We are live. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Come join us.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck night. Oh, this game he stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Not sure what happened there. Restart it again. Welcome to another.
Where's the intro? But
I don't know where the Bob. I don't know where the Menary is. I don't know where the Menary is. Welcome to another.
Nick DelGozzo.
Welcome to another episode of Agree to Disagree right here on A2D Radio, brought to you every Sunday night. Oh my gosh, my mouse is going crazy. By our doc, make him your specialized physical therapy. .com. You can find them in Cherry Hill and Princeton locations. You can also find them on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As mentioned,
by the way.
I did Doc, didn't I? I said his name.
You just didn't throw the name out.
Dr. Paul Vidal. Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic. Hopefully the other two gentlemen join us here in a couple minutes. They were all on the diamond this weekend.
Just running a little behind. That's all. Little behind.
You know, we got the MLB Draft on. Phillies at the All Star break. We'll go over the huge sweep in Miami. I would have been happy with 2 out of 3, but we will take a sweep here heading into the All Star break. Something we haven't done since 2010, which also very well might be the last time we made the playoffs. No, we definitely made the playoffs after 2010, but it's definitely been a long time since we made the playoffs. It's just 11, right?
Just 1 year after.
Yeah.
Only 1 year after.
So we're going to go ahead and our poll question for the night is centered around, what happens after the All-Star break, right? This is one of those weird times in sports where there is nothing going on. The MLB's at the All-Star break. Obviously no football, obviously no hockey, no basketball. So there's very little to dive into. So we're going to go ahead and look forward to the second half of the season and also what the Phillies are going to do post All-Star break. There's some injury concerns, specifically with the likes of Zach Eflin. And, of course, our MVP, Bryce Harper, is still on the mend. Some good news is I saw some videos of Gene taking ground balls the other day at second base. So that's some promising news. Some other promising news also is Alec Baum didn't go to the IL. That finger issue was just a dislocation. He was able to play and drove a couple baseballs this weekend. So, again, good things to happen. So, all that being said, the Phillies will make multiple trades prior to the August 2nd trade deadline. Do you agree or disagree? I didn't want to go position, heavy. I didn't want to go position – because I think they need a couple of things. The Phillies have put themselves in a really good spot to be really key destinations here at the deadline, right? You're 12 and 8 without Harper right now.
If it ended right now, we would be in the playoffs.
Correct.
We would be the third wild card currently.
You are currently the third wild card. You hold that tiebreaker over the Cards.
Yes.
Who you were tied with,
and the Brewers huge. As well.
Those are huge. That series in
and the
St.
Padres
Louis
as well,
yes.
Actually.
Yes. But so you're 12 and 8 without Harper, and your staff also helped you out, and you have a 3.07 ERA since the injury. So this is setting you up to be buyers. So I will agree to the poll question. The Phillies will make multiple trades. I don't know if we have enough of a package of prospects to go out and get a package of pros, right? So, like, if you go look at the Royals for, like, Benintendi and who's their reliever? Oh, my, drawing a blank.
We can definitely get Benintendi.
Well, you could get Benintendi, but I don't know if you can
He's a rental, so he's cheaper. because he's free
Agreed,
agent.
but I don't think the reliever is, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, and I'll look it up here in a second once you go. But same thing with like Oakland, going out to Oakland for Laureano or Montas and a reliever. I think it's Trevino out of the bullpen.
I think we have no chance of getting Montas. You might as well just wipe that because the Yankees are going to get him, probably.
Probably true.
Yeah, Yankees want him.
I think we have enough prospects and assets.
We don't have Yankee prospects though
to go out and make one-off moves. I don't think we have enough to go out and make that bundle move, which we all love, right? I think to your point. I think we can get Benintendi. I think we can get Laureano, but I don't think we can get Benintendi and a reliever, Benintendi or Laureano and
Casey's in sell mode. Besides their young, their young prospects that they're not going to sell, and Benintendi, you figure that they're going to sell. So I mean, we could definitely get them the package. I mean, obviously, I would assume it would be Happ and probably an arm or two that they like.
Barlow's the guy, Scott Barlow.
That's not, we're not going to put in Abel or who's the other guy we just drafted? The two guys we just drafted aren't Painter and Abel. They're not going to be involved. But like O'Happ's the guy.
Not for a rental.
O'Happ's the guy that's obviously. I mean, we're obviously linked to JT here for quite a while. O'Happ's the guy that's probably never going to play here. So it's a guy that has some value right now, and he should be on the block currently.
Or you move like Marshawn, knowing you have O'Happ a couple years down the road. But you're right. We are stuck with JT. I don't want to say stuck because he's starting to hit the ball a lot better right now.
JT's going to have a good second half.
He's starting to hit the ball. He's starting to drive the baseball, which is nice.
He's going to have a good second half. And I think Castellanos going to have a good second half. Nick's been struggling bad, but I think he's going to get together.
What's scary, though, is he's still among the franchise leaders in multiple hit games through the All Star game. Did you see that stat thrown up there last night? He's got like 24 multiple hit games throughout, up until the All Star break, which is, I think Odubel's got the most at 29 in franchise history. So yes, he's absolutely struggling, but it's almost a almost a part of.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I feel like that can't be right.
That's what the ticker threw up.
I don't trust that fucking ticker. But it just sounds wrong to me.
It does because he's having such a bad year. You're absolutely right.
But I mean, like, listen, I don't care about that fucking stat. But he's not having a very good year. It's a wild stat. But I do think he's gonna have a better second half. Just to me, he's gonna come more to the player that he is. Obviously, he's probably gonna still have a down year altogether when we're all said and done because of how bad his first half has been. But I expect him to hit some homers in the second half. He's got 8 homers. He's got to get to he's got to get to 25 or 23 at least, which would give him what? 23 would be 15 in the second half. 15 in the second half would be huge.
Yeah.
And that would be huge. I think he can get to 23 because he's just not losing the baseball at all. And which is something he's done a lot the last couple of years. I mean, he hit 16 in 60 games in 2020, hit 34 last year. He has 8 this year in 90 games. Like, that's fucking wild. To me, that's wild. And we have the exact same record that we had in 08. Do you know that? 49 and 43. I saw that stat last night.
Well, what you probably didn't see it is because I'm watching the Marlins broadcast down here in Florida, and obviously you're watching NBC.
Plus, I was at the bar and I couldn't hear it. So
yeah,
I don't know what they're saying either.
Eagle Slayer, it is a great intro. I do love it. The Ralphie and the Frank. Ralphie and the Frank is the best part of that intro.
I'll be honest, I don't love it. And it's only for one reason. It's because no. That has nothing to do with it, Greg. Nothing to do with it. It's because I invited Tom to an Eagles playoff game, which I had the tickets for, and somehow we it was the game against the Falcons on the way to the Super Bowl. It was obviously last second, knocked away from Julio, and Tom's celebrating on the intro with someone that's not me. Who is that? Who the fuck is that guy? Why the fuck is he celebrating? Why did he get on camera? I'm not mad at anyone but Tom for this, just so everyone knows. But that's unreal to me. It's unreal. Every time I see it, I cringe. I'm like, that's not me. Who the fuck is that guy? Can't believe he went that way with the camera. I just can't believe it. Think he knows somebody.
Yes, Pove, the inmates are running the asylum. Pove also agrees to the poll with the F1 knee setback. Feel they might need an added arm or two. Completely agree, Poe. That's the kicker right there.
It's the
F-wing setback.
I do agree with you that I don't think, like, to me, Montes is not on the table for us. Like I said, I think that he's definitely going to go to the Yankees because they need a starting pitcher as well. Who the fuck is the other starting pitcher? Luis Castillo, I would say, is way up there. He also could go to the Yankees. Or, I mean, you would think the Dodgers are probably going to be in on one of them.
Yeah, Dodgers, last I heard, Dodgers
Bauer thing is still up in the air. So I would think that they're going to, those two, like, just get them out of your mind. They aren't going to happen. But there's some other guys. Here's a name that I don't know if you could pry this guy because I think he still has 2 years left of controllability, which would be tough. But he's had a kind of a bad year. And then he's a little banged up. But they said he's supposed to be back early August or late July as Tyler Mahle for Cincinnati.
For the Reds.
I like him. He's a good pitcher. He's got strikeout upside. He's had a bad first half. He just has. But
you want to know why?
I mean, as a guy, I feel like you have him in fantasy, don't you?
He's on my fantasy team.
I mean, well, hopefully you drop him if we would trade for him.
Check. Having a bad year and hurt on Greg's fantasy team. What can I tell you?
Yes, and to Shane Butler's point, we'll get into it later. Crawford's son. 17th overall outfielder. I don't love that he's an outfielder, Shane, given our outfield drafting history recently. But yeah, I mean, I did come in saying, hey, we better take a picture because we fucking taking the outfielders, and then we take an outfielder. I love the pedigree, though. I love pedigree talk. And another Nevada kid, another Las Vegas kid. Yeah. Bishop Gorman, right? Isn't that where Stott went to?
Pove got my Barlow. Thank you, Pove. Bishop Gorman, that's in Vegas. Yeah, absolutely. I'd plug him in right after the All Star break. He can't be any worse hitting wise than what we got already out there.
Yeah, he's not going to play yet.
I know.
I mean, I hear you.
But that's how bad we are right now at center field.
Well, that's why we have to trade for Andrew Benintendi. In my opinion, that's the guy I look at because it's a guy that's a rental guy. It's a guy that's he can bat towards the top of your lineup. He probably can bat leadoff if you wanted to. Maybe we can get fucking Schwarber out of leadoff. I know Schwarber's got a lot of homers, but I'd love to have them homers with some guys on base. But that being said, you could bat Benintendi top of the lineup. He handles the bat well, and he's a good center fielder. He would instantly be our best center fielder on our team. And then you could try to lock him up after the year if you want to, but who cares? We're just talking about for the rest of the year,
Yeah. No, I definitely like Benintendi. The only thing that scares me about Benintendi, of course, is he's having a decent year in a contract year. He's really dropped off since his come up in Boston, right?
So he had a decent year last year, but before the last three before that he was bad.
Yeah,
just straight up bad. His last year in Boston he was bad. His first maybe year and a half in Kansas City he was bad.
Daily, multiple means more than one. I was saying they're going to go out and make more than one trade than try and go bundle from somebody.
I mean, I'm not going to go straight dickhead Greg comment there, Dales. But I would say that yes, we're thinking multiple trades. Yeah. I'm not going to go to the fucking encyclopedia and give you the definition of multiple means more than one, like you're a fucking 6-year-old. Greg, that's what Greg will do. But I'll just say, yeah, I feel like, are we going to trade? Are we just going to add an outfielder or an arm, or are we going to add multiple? That's what we're saying. Are we going to go out and add an outfielder and an arm? And in my opinion, that's what we're going to do. So I would agree to the question. I think we're going to get a bullpen arm, likely. I would love Mahle, though. Like, if you could, I'll stay with the bullpen right now, which has been throwing the ball a lot better. Really has. And I would go Tyler Mahle if we could get him, and then I would love Andrew Benintendi. That's where, I mean, you guys shot at the playoffs. You got to go for it. Let's go. That's where I'm looking.
No,
what's up, Sweeps?
Those are really good names. Those are really good names to target. I'm definitely on board with all of them. I lean a little bit more Laureano in Oakland just because he's under control, and we can kind of lock it down for a little bit. But at this point, you got to strike with irons hot.
Yeah, where are you going to play Benintendi? I mean, I like where Wilson's head's at, but he can't play center. I mean, I guess he can. Dubel can't play center. So
Dubel can't play center.
Why can't Benintendi? You're right. So I hear you. But if you're going to
think he can't play center?
I mean, I'm not saying at a high level. I mean, he can.
Yeah, I mean, he's not Byron Buxton out there. That's for
yeah,
sure.
but I'm saying, yeah. You know, you got to. That's if you're going to do something, you don't need offense. So it should be somebody that's going to give you something offensively, but he's actually going to be better on the defensive end, right? Because the lineup, you know, I mean, even though Castellanos has been horseshit, I mean, you can never have enough bats.
You're right.
I'm not saying you can never.
Mariano is definitely a better defensive center.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
And I think he swings it too. He's just coming off, you know, the suspension.
Yeah, I mean, does he have? As long as he's not bringing his needles with him, you know, then
exactly.
You know, we can't trade for him and then have him get suspended. You can't have that.
Yeah, he's starting to find his footing now after the suspension. So he's just starting to get his timing.
I mean, and you figure Oakland is definitely willing to trade him.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
but I've always liked Benintendi. I just feel, you know, he's. You know, I think he's around 300, 315, you know what I mean? Like, good left-handed bat, you know what I mean? And like I said, he can play good left for you. It just depends, you know, like, even if Harp comes back, Harp's going to be the DH, you know what I mean? Like, if he comes
he's
back,
not getting his elbow fixed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it limits you there, you know what I mean? Like, you know. And Schwarber hasn't been bad in left. You know what I mean? It's a tough combo. You rather have a defensive guy that can go gap to gap.
You are true about that. Yeah.
To make up for those two guys. Give me a guy that can go gap to gap and still give me something productively. You know what I mean? Something offensively that, you know, you're not, you know, he's not a tomato can.
Here's another name for you. I'm not sure how good of a defensive player he is, but he can move a little bit and he can hit. And he's a switch hitter. Is Anthony Santander? How the fuck ever you say his name? It's not. Yeah. I don't think he's the bank Santander, but whatever. Baltimore. I know he's still pretty young, but they have such an influx of youngsters that I feel like they could probably move him. I'm not sure how good of a center field, because I think Mullins plays center field, so he plays left. But
I kind of feel like
that's another name I like.
I kind of feel like the Orioles are in that. They'll sell mode, but I don't think they're going to sell from their core.
I mean, they're fucking 500.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna buy probably.
They're tweeners. Yeah, I mean, like they're in an absolute monster division.
Yeah.
We know that, you know what I mean? But you know, you win 10 in a row, and next thing you know, they're like 45 and 43. Which, you know, you peek your head out of the sand, and they're back to, you know, they're trying to get back to the ’90s Orioles. You know what I mean? Or the early 2000s, whatever it was.
With the Moose?
The early 2000s, because they've been irrelevant. They've been irrelevant for a long.
I think they had one good year where they had Machado and like Nelson Cruz at like 47 homers for him, and then they just let him go.
Yeah,
see you, Nelson.
Yeah, they. So to your point, that's probably a guy you could get loose from them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to want pitching back because they got, you know, DL Hall's one of their, you know, their top prospects. He's an absolute left-handed stud. You know, he's knocking on the door. You know, and so that's, you know, that's what's going to help them turn the corner. You know what I mean? They're not going to bop with the Yankees. They're never going to bop with the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox in the next 7 years, you know, where they'll be able to separate themselves if they can go 4 deep, you know, and have a good bullpen and go 4 deep. And then you can neutralize some of those monster bats in the division.
Couple of those young guys been throwing well for them too. Dylan Kramer's been throwing pretty well for them. I think he got hit around the other day, but he's been throwing pretty well. A couple of those guys have been throwing pretty well, them young guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're kind of there in contention, right? Yeah. And they're about 500 because we know they've always been able to produce and draft some players. They've just never been able to stick them with, you know, the pitching that they're now getting there. You know,
yeah, we talked about it last week. You know, you guys were away. You know, as an interesting trade partner. You know what I mean? Like, you know, with the Phillies, and I would figure they would want, you know, not only arms but somebody in the middle. They struggle in the middle, and that's why last week I kind of mentioned Stott. I know we don't want to get rid of him. I love Stott. I mean, I'm just saying if you're ready to go now, and it's a Mullins, and that gets you over the edge. You know, if you're the Phillies, you know what I mean?
I do love me some.
If Gene's coming back, if Gene can come back healthy and you know, and try to get you this year, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, if you're, like you said, in win mode, you know.
It looks like Gene's going to be back shortly after the All Star break, is what they're saying.
Yep.
Like next week or two.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which could help because I mean,
it definitely helps.
Stott's been doing the job defensively. He goes through obviously his rookie streaks, right? He's gonna go through his 0 for 34s, and then he, like this week, is gonna hit a couple balls hard and dry baseballs.
Yeah, and he showed enough where, you're not giving up on him any means.
Well, absolutely.
I'm just saying, like he's definitely
But in order to get talent, you got to give up talent. To your point,
exactly, he's the future guy. I'm saying, there's a chip right now because other guys see it. Other baseball guys around the league say, hey, guy's not going to hit 200. He's going through some rookie pains and. But he's a plus defender, all right, and the guy shows a little bit of pop, and he's going to hit in this league. He's going to be he's going to be a 260 guy, anywhere from 260 to 280, and he might have a year, a couple years where he maybe gets to 300, and you're hoping he pops you 20. So, we'll see.
And I love the fact that Robbie's running him out there every day. Like, who else are you going to run out there? You know what I mean? Like. I love the fact that he's just continuing to run him out there. Ryan Swope agrees to the poll. Phillies better not trade any pitching unless they get pitching in return. I only trade major league or prospects.
I think
pitching. That's the only thing we have, Ryan, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we mentioned earlier they're not going to trade Painter or Abel. So unless
they're on a high end guy.
They're not going to trade.
And I agree. I don't think they're going to be on there.
They're just not going to. So you're safe there, right? Because if they do trade pitching, it's going to be one of the lesser guys. It's not going to be Abel or Painter, who are our top guys.
A lot of the guys, again, loving the draft pick of Justin Crawford. I know.
Yeah, I like
Sweeps is liking his first round pick for his Cards. We got the MLB Draft on in the background.
For Crawford, I don't know much about him. Obviously, he's 18 and. It's probably not going to be. I would assume he's not going to be up for a while. So, that's a hopefully we see him in like 4. Hopefully we see him in about 4 or 5.
And I totally forgot that the Orioles had. That's so funny. I've been running around all day. Forgot I knew Holiday went 1, and forgot that the Orioles had that pick. So they're hoping that's their middle guy right there. So. Sweeps.
Yeah, you're right. That what they did is they remember when they took Rushman and everyone said who's going to be Rushman or Witt. Now they just went and got their shortstop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Matt Holiday's kid. Yeah, I would think that he's probably going to fill out.
Yeah, that's how you build up the middleman. We all know about that.
He did look young though. He looks
really young. He looks young. The younger brother looks older.
Yeah, he does.
Did you see that on the couch? I was like, which one is he? Is the one next to Matt Holiday or the one over there? But no, everyone says like fucking Dan O'Dell. Dan O'Dell, obviously, Matt Holiday are good friends, so he was fucking gushing over him. But
yeah, right. I believe they'll be down there Wednesday night. I don't know the times, but yeah, I believe they definitely are. Somebody will be down there.
Somebody will be down there, right? Somebody will be down there. I'll be at work, unfortunately, but somebody will be there.
Mr. Rudy Poo, I wouldn't hate on Thor.
I'll pass, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, stinks. Stinks, can't hold runners. People run all over him. I got no time for Thor.
I haven't watched much of his Angels stuff, so.
He hasn't been bad this year. I will say that. Like, he's limited runners, but he's got a ton of base runners, which to me is the guy that comes here and then he doesn't limit runners. And all those base runners score.
Matt, this is a dream scenario for, I think, all of us here on the panel. I wish we could go get them.
we love us some gals, but I don't think the D-backs are going to move gals.
What up, Bryce? I think they're in some sort of sell mode, but it's not Gallen for sure.
Yeah, I mean they're going to sell their older veterans, I would assume. Like I bet you could get a David Peralta from them. You could probably get a Christian Walker. Not that we want them, but Christian Walker, David Peralta, maybe even Ketel Marte. If
they just locked him up, didn't they? Just lock him up?
They did lock him up, and he's still young, so I would think not. But I mean, if someone enticed them, crazy, maybe.
Yeah.
But to me, Gallen's their ace. He's 5. He's probably not going anywhere.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Juan Soto. Yeah, I wouldn't touch him. It seems. I mean, we probably could package something together for him. We could obviously both our pitchers and Stott. They starting right there. But the names I'm hearing, on the Soto, obviously you got your Yankees and your Mets, Padres. Sorry, Sweeps. I'm hearing the Cards are looking and thinking about it. So,
I don't know why that's a sorry.
Yeah, Soto.
I mean, give me.
I know the player wise. I just know you don't necessarily like him.
Oh no, I definitely don't like him.
I think he's a little prick, but he can hit.
Hey, gimme.
He's definitely a little prick, but he can hit. The one to me, Timmy, is that we would have to give. And listen, Juan can fucking hit. Like I just said, Juan can hit. He's gonna hit. I would assume he's gonna hit anywhere he goes. I hope this backfires in his face though for turning down $440 million. It's just crazy how you can sit at a table and I'll get to it later in the show. But I just can't see how you can sit. Yeah, I just can't. I can't. To me, it's mind blowing. He can sit at that table and turn down $440 million. It's crazy to me. But he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit wherever he goes because dude just hit. He's gonna get on base. He's gonna hit. To me, it's a crazy trade for us to make because we would have to include Painter and Abel. You would assume, maybe Stott. Like we would have to give up so much to get him. That to me doesn't make sense. That's all,
and that's because we're not deep in our farm.
Yeah,
system,
we just don't have enough. We just don't have enough pieces.
Front load it, right? We have to front load it, and plus, I don't think they're probably going to trade within the division anyway. Like that.
Yeah, I would assume they're going to go west.
Yeah,
either AL or NL,
and
or AL East.
They just got, like I said, that's tough for Phillies. That's not, as much as you love to land a giant fish like that, it's too much. It's going to be too much in return. You know what I mean? Too much in return.
Yeah, Rupu, I don't know how much that's going to factor into it, but it definitely could.
I'm not sure why that factors in. Because they travel to Toronto 2 times a year.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you got to place in the playoffs, it could be, could be different.
Toronto ain't gonna make the playoffs. So, well, that's a team you could watch out though for going for pitching is because Toronto. Their starting pitching hasn't been great. Obviously, Ryu is out for the year. I'm pretty sure, and fucking Berrios has been bad, just flat out bad.
Which is shocking.
But you're right because I have him in fantasy, but the last 2 starts have been good. Because I actually thought to Will's point about releasing him. Like that's how angry I was. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna throw you right out and it's scrap heap. But I hung on to him. The last 2 starts been pretty decent.
Well, you missed it earlier. He was
Shane, I would
about...
love for Schwarber to win the home run derby. I'm not sure he can. Alonso's like made for the home run derby.
Yeah,
he was talking about Tyler Merrill and how he was having a bad year. I'm like, yep, you're welcome.
Yep,
Tyler Merrill, right?
That is the guy that is the guy I would love to trade for. Though is Tyler Merrill.
And I think he's under control too, right?
He is. I think 2 more years.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you could get him, but it's another team, Cincinnati, that they're probably moving their veterans. I doubt they're going to move Votto, but maybe for the right price they could.
Here's an interesting name, Michael Taylor. Not much with a stick, but can at least play center field.
He can really go get it, and he's very cheap. Troy, that's like a back burner. If we can't get a Benintendi, that's a back burner move that I would be cool with. Just to send Odubel to the sun, I'd be fine with it. Even though I'd prefer a lefty to do that. But
here's one of the top guys.
Michael A. Taylor can go get it. And Brian Reynolds, problem with Brian Reynolds is he's hurt right now. But
we mentioned him before. I like
Brian Reynolds is stud. Yeah, Brian Reynolds is stud.
He's in that Cedric Mullins tier though, right? Like, you're playing for such a shit organization.
Yeah,
what are you going to be? What are you going to be on a real?
The problem with Cedric
team?
Mullins is I don't think he has Cedric Mullins had a really good home run year last year, but I think he's more of this kind of guy he is this year. He can hit, he can steal bags, he gets on base, but he's not really a pop guy. I think he had of an out of the body pop here last year.
Yeah, we mentioned
Brian Reynolds is going to lose more baseballs than Cedric Mullins for sure.
Yeah, we touched on it the last couple of weeks. Yeah, like I need more of a body of work for Mullins, you know what I mean? Like tremendous year last year. I just need a little more body of work, you know what I mean? And he's not having a bad year this year, you know what I mean? I need you to string together some years in order. I don't know, you know what I mean?
You mean to give up the high end stuff, to give up a Painter and Abel?
Absolutely.
If you could get them cheap, you're good with them getting cheap though. Yeah. I completely agree.
Stud athlete, and listen, he's gonna make a difference, on the bases, and like Will said, he got a little bit of juice. You're not going to see the 30 of last year, but I mean,
he's a 15. He's probably 15 to 18 guy, I would say, and he can run and he plays center field well. Yep. So I mean, that would be nice. But I would take to the guy that mentioned Michael A. Taylor, that is a good name, strictly because it's a guy that you could definitely get, and he's very cheap, and he's a guy that does play center field very well, actually, very well. He's a plus fielder in center field. Doesn't really give you a whole lot else. Got a little pop. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up his numbers to see.
He had a terrible base running mistake the other day, so he'd fit in perfectly.
Oh yeah. I mean, on the year, 264.
I was
5 home runs.
Yeah, I mean that's. But he does play. He can go get it though. He can go get it.
Where's his career? I mean, he's a career. Yeah, I mean, he's only a career 240 hitter. But I guess that kind of factors into what Sweeps was saying as he came on. We don't necessarily need more bats, although more bats are always good. It's more about limiting the runs, and center field's been a wide open Drek.
Well, yeah, I mean, just balls landing that can't land. It's like for a while there, like Veerling's been solid. I would say Veerling's been better. He's been better recently, I'd say. But early on,
which is why he's getting a lot of the run.
Yeah, early on, Veerling was bad. And a Double, he was hot for like a week and a half there where he was hitting the baseball, but everything else just adds up to a guy that you just can't have on the field. And then he gets cold and you're like, why is he on the fucking roster?
Yeah. And you wonder why guys would even throw him a strike. If he bounced 3 balls, he probably should go 0 for 100.
Yeah. 0 for life. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, you're right. He'll never see a strike ever.
Yeah,
Joseph, you're absolutely right. A lot of baseball left.
Who alluded to that there wasn't, but there's plenty of baseball left.
Yeah, plenty of baseball left.
For Ian Happ.
70 more games.
Ian Happ for center field?
72, maybe. I mean, I like Ian Happ. Not sure how great a center fielder Ian Happ is. Another guy that's not, he's more of a hitter than a fielder, I think. But I do like Ian Happ. And he's a guy that's having a good year. I'm not sure. He probably could get him from the Cubs too, because the Cubs are they're going nowhere this year. But yeah, I mean that's not a bad name.
So we'll see Justin Crawford 8 years. I don't know. I think because he's a pedigree guy, I think we could see him in 3-4 years.
Well, we'll see. See how he plays.
As long as he can hit, the hit tool is going to be it, right?
Just judging by how we draft outfielders, we'll never see him. Or he'll just stink. Or where's Hazley at? He's in a room somewhere. Where's Mickey? Mickey's back down.
Yeah, no, Joseph, absolutely. Painter and Abel look good. Hopefully Crawford can slide right in. Look at he's still suit up.
Oh man, yeah, man. I mean, he's what's he coach? He coaches somewhere. Is he on Texas staff? He's on somebody's staff, Matt Holiday.
Coach at Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay, so he's on the staff there then.
Yeah, you've seen him in there. He'll help out.
Yeah.
Whiskey's on Texas' staff.
I am a big Merrill Kelly guy. Michael Fulmer can kick fucking rocks, but I like Merrill Kelly. High upside, K upside for Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly has good numbers against the Dodgers, which I love because fuck the Dodgers. And Merrill Kelly's the guy I like. If we can pry Merrill Kelly, I like that, Troy. That's a good name.
Yeah,
you got sources? You got sources, Troy?
I didn't think Fulmer was still around. The beard.
Yeah, he's throwing out the pen for that. I don't like Michael Fulmer.
Love the beard out of him, but that's about it.
Yeah, Michael Fulmer stinks. My man, Steve.
Oh, my man,
Steve. I'm still throwing packages at UPS, Steve. So yeah, great times.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if because I don't know if he's necessarily going to get less. Yeah. Unless he
I mean,
the only thing he might get less is obviously years, right? He maybe just doesn't want the.
I don't think he wants
deal.
First off, wants to be on the winner. I mean, they could easily be. It could be a winner again. I don't like the people that are like, oh, he's got stuck in Washington. It's not like he has to live there.
You go with that, Sweeps?
There. Yeah, I'm good with that. Towards a stud. I mean, the other two guys, no, he's going to win a weightlifting contest. So I mean,
I'll tell you what, Dylan Carlson is.
I
Phil
like
Carlson's a guy I feel like is going to be good.
I know.
Somehow.
I feel like it's
Sometime.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming somewhere, right? It's
Dude, it's there. Sweeps. It's
Yeah, he's got the
I play
natural
so
talent.
much daily fantasy. I love Dylan Carlson.
No,
He's cheap.
Yeah, I'm not ready to give up.
Tyler O'Neill can take a long walk off a short bridge.
Yeah.
That fucking dude. Lift another weight, Tyler. This game isn't about fucking muscles, all right? Jesus Christ.
For pro basket, I mean, I'll drive them all three of them there. You know what I mean? But I'm not giving up on Carlson. But you're talking about in that trade, yes. Thank you, please. Yep, thank you, please.
Yep, sign me up. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, the Cards need something because the Alcantara for Ozuna one does not look good at this point, huh?
No.
Yeah, Marcel's on a different team, and Sandy is Cy Young winner.
Sandy's pretty good. Would you sign Judge and free agency? How much? I mean, I wouldn't, just because it would cost way too much. I mean, obviously the talent's there. I just don't think the price tag is going to ever be worth it.
He's not. I mean, we have our left
right fielder.
You're right. We already have it. Yes.
Unfortunately, he's not a center fielder. We already have our left field and right field locked up, and our DH. And however way you slice it, obviously with Bryce is going to have to play DH the rest of the year, but normally it would be Bryson right, probably Nick and Kyle sharing left, and the other one DHing. So I think, yes, Zach, I would look for us to get a lower tier starting pitcher. I don't mean lower tier. I just mean not Luis Castillo or Frankie Montes, who are probably the top guys available.
Like, yeah, 3 to 5, someone that slots into 3 to 5 range.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I do like that Ranger came back and threw the ball well the other night.
No walks.
Yeah, it was really good to see. That makes me feel better because Ranger was struggling hard, and I really thought he was going to have a good year this year. If he can turn around and have a good second half, that would be huge for us. And obviously, we don't know about Eflin, so yeah, I think we're definitely going to make a move for an arm, and I think we're going to make a move for a center fielder. I want Benintendi. Don't know. Obviously, I think he would be a better hitter than fielding center fielder, but Laureano is a guy Greg and Sweeps also like him, and he's a better fielder. We were talking Michael A. Taylor. If anyone just joined us, that would be more of just a defensive option. But we got to do something because I'm just fucking done with seeing Odubel's face.
You know how we feel.
I just hate him.
You know how we feel about Mad Bum, so I mean, I would take a flyer on Mad Bum.
I'll take a flyer on Mad Bum in a second. Yes, he's not having that bad of a year. I think he's got about 3.7. Man, he's a competitor, and you only have to tell. I don't even have to read his fucking track record for postseason because I know it's he fucking steps on the mound and he shoves in the postseason. So I completely fine with bringing a little Mad Bum in. Love me a little. I love a guy that shoves.
Yeah.
Well, there was a name. I'm sorry. There was a name I was looking at. Drew a blank on it.
My favorite relief pitcher for people talk. I know there's a relief pitcher is the dude for the Pirates. I don't think we can get him. It's only the Pirates are going to move him, but he's fucking young and electric. And I would assume that they're not going to move him. He's not that young. He's like 27 or 28. But I don't think they're going to move him because, I think we've been talking for the last couple hours offline about how the Pirates are doing some good things. The Pirates are young and up and coming.
Yeah. How about this? I'm not sure the Blue Jays would do this, but and I how we feel about prospects, so we don't care. But you deal the two young guys and obviously somebody else, maybe a major league guy for a George Springer. Blue Jays got enough offense. I mean, they need, I'm saying the two prospects aren't going to go right into their rotation. I'm just saying if they want to compete, they're going to have to, they're going to have to get better on the mound. They're going to have to get guys to come there because, they hurt baseballs. You know what I mean? They just,
if we're talking George Springer, you sign me up. George Springer's got a bit of an injury history, but you're trying to say we can plug George Springer in center field. Then I start thinking okay. We got a little Harper, Springer, Castellanos, Schwarber thing going. Yeah, you can get me on board. You can get me on the boat. You can get Wilson right on the boat, on the ship.
Yeah, I don't know if I trade both, but I'd give one up.
I will go to Toronto. I'll take them to Toronto.
They probably are, because they, to that point though, Sweeps, I mean, it's a good name, because I think they are probably trying to shed some salary somewhere, because they know Vladdy and Bo are coming up, and they know that they can't let those guys walk. Rye, are you talking about Hader, Rye?
Yeah, Josh Hader. Since he came back from having, well, first off, he didn't have any runs allowed, I think, until the Phillies had back-to-back homers off of him, like about a month ago, and then
Twins got
him. He came back.
In a horrible week.
Dude, he came back from having a kid, 10 days ago? He's gotten one out since. I swear to God. He gave him three homers to Milwaukee?
Twins was 1-1. He gave up a 3-1 walk-off. Giants, he blew the save.
Giants hit 3 homers off.
Six earnings he gave up.
Dude, 3 homers, Sweeps.
Yeah.
It was Darren Ruff, somebody else, and then Yastrzemski Granny.
Yeah, he gave up
to end it.
Yeah, 6 earnings.
A 3 spot. Hey-o.
Hader had a rough week.
Yeah, that's a real rough week. That's a real rough week. That's what happens. But guess what? That's what we always talk about. If you don't hit your spots, you can throw 100. You don't hit your spots, you throw it down the middle. Guess what? It goes a long way.
I hear you, Molly.
Wills, is this the guy you're talking about? David Bednar?
Yeah, that would be cool.
From Pittsburgh guy?
That would be cool. I do like me a little Bednar. I don't know you can get Bednar though, but I do like Bednar. There's a couple other relief pitching guys. What's the Kansas City's guy named, Greg? Because that is a guy that people have talked about.
Oh my God.
Is he Goody? No, not good. He's got a fucking, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Scott Barlow.
Okay. But then you just look around and look at some teams that are obviously, I mean, the Angels. I'm not sure if the Angels have any. They have Raisel Iglesias. I don't know if he's healthy, but they have him, right? He's been good.
Raisel's there because, at least he was healthy before Harper, because that's who Harper took deep. When you look at Colorado's got Alex Colome. Washington's got Carl Edwards Jr.
Yeah.
Troy coming with the Barlow again. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of guy you could target.
Yeah, you can never have enough pitching. We all, everybody knows that. So, I think you try to lock in on a starter, because this pen's been good. I mean,
it has.
It's been really good, and it's a credit to Rob Thomson, and we talked about it last week, and you guys weren't here, so I hate to repeat myself, but just. That's a tremendous job Robbie Thompson has done. You know what I mean? And early on, he told these guys their roles, and he talked about it. And as either divas or just guys that just need that. You know what I mean? Where it's a mental game. And guys want to know things, right? And if you're up front with them and you're a man about it, and hey, listen, this is the way we're going to do it. Things. You know what I mean? It might be closer by committee, but here's where we're going to try to sit you guys settle in your roles. And the Phil's pen's been fantastic, and it's the same pen that Joe had. So
same pen that was struggling early. Yeah,
it's the same roster.
Same on you, Joe. Yeah, I know.
It's almost like it's not gonna be my crumb, but it's like I almost want to crumb myself for not thinking that that handing it over to Rob Thompson was just going to be the same old thing with Joe. Obviously, the guy's got oodles of experience, but obviously never as the lead guy, right? You know what I mean? So this is really his first opportunity as the head guy, and he's making the most of it. That's for sure.
That was probably everybody's most. I talked about it last week. About extending this guy. I mean, he's deserved it 100. You probably don't have to do it right now. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to run, to the bank and then come into a 3-year deal just yet. You know what I mean? You can let this season play out, but the guys deserved it. You know what I mean? And early on, that was the gripe and the worry of some of us baseball guys. Hey, this is a Girardi disciple. You know what I mean? Because he was next to him all those years in 2 different spots. But sometimes you can be a yes man because that's what pays the bills. And then when you get a chance to run your own show, it's like, hey, I'm going to do things my way.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, everyone has to take a step back when you're not the leader to what your boss wants to do. I think I can speak for everyone that I've ever met that they would disagree with some of the things their fucking boss does.
Yep.
Molly ball. Our taxes aren't the only bad problem. We're not a state either.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole that whole like he wants to get out of Washington thing. Like people online talking about like he doesn't want to live there. I'm like,
don't think that's possible.
You don't have to live. You don't have to live there, guys. You know that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure Vladdy and Springer and all them, they don't live in Toronto. All right, like, he just played baseball there for fucking 8 months, guys. Christ.
Thomas Segura has done more. He's going with Veerling Munoz. Let Nola pitch the ninth. Sleepy Joe at a yanked after for probably. I still don't think they should have pulled Nola, but you know that's the current MLB that we're in.
Hey,
I mean, why are you shifting on Joey Wendell? Like, why are you shifting on Joey Wendell? That was a routine ground ball.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
And we're shifting on Joey Wendell.
It doesn't surprise me anymore, Greg. They shift on everyone.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait till the shift's over next year.
I fucking despise it still. I despise it like when I can understand when you shift like stud pull hitters. Okay. Sure. I get it. Why the fuck are we shifting everyone and their mother now? Yeah. All of a sudden everybody's a fucking pull hitter? Christ, fucking lose me on that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, they're showing the Jackson Holiday thing again, and you're right.
Yo, the younger brother is bigger.
Two guys.
The younger brother is bigger. That's the younger brother. That's the younger brother. He's fucking bigger. And guess what? His mom? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt. Sorry, Matt. Don't come over.
Look away.
I mean, if you're
don't put her around Zach Wilson.
It's funny because like I was like, man, I wonder who they're gonna take. You know, because there's a bunch of different. A lot of people didn't think they were gonna take him, but
no.
When you look at it, you're like, okay. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Good pedigree. Everyone says he's big. He's big and lanky. He's gonna fill out. Like, okay.
I agree. And I can say it. That's why both of you kind of said wow earlier, only because Jones is an absolute pimp.
Yes.
You're not going to go wrong with Holiday, but Jones is is good, man. He's very and Holiday's good, but Jones is awesome.
Yeah. That was my only wow, because you're right. Holiday was in the mix for the whole time.
Yeah.
But it almost always felt like, regardless of how many of those guys were in the mix, it always felt like they always ended with Jones.
Yeah,
maybe that's like they're gonna lock up Cedric Mullins.
Yeah, they need middle guys. So.
Yeah, and they needed a shortstop because Jorge Mateo just hasn't been it.
Like sometimes we always talk about you should take the best player available, but if both guys are studs, then you take where you're positionally. You know what I mean? Like I mean that's the way I've always.
Yeah, exactly. Sweeps. If you think both these guys aren't going to miss.
Yeah.
Well, then which one do we actually need?
Yep. Agreed. And ho-hum, by the way. Mariners won 14 in a row. Holy shit.
Yeah, Mariners are rolling.
Oh, God, I would wake up. I would be more surprised if I woke up with my face sewn to the fucking rug.
You didn't realize this was going down, huh?
14 in a row.
Dude, fucking, what's crazy is from playing daily fantasy, I'm back in love with Robbie Ray again. Hated him at the beginning of the year, had him in fantasy. I'm like, this fucking bum. I shouldn't have. I was like, I got totally fooled last year in Toronto, and now all of a sudden, Robbie Ray is rolling. Robbie Ray, I think he's getting up like 3 hits in the last month.
Yeah,
the dude is rolling.
I knew they were
rolling.
I knew they were rolling. I just didn't know it was to the tune of 13 in a row. And Julio Rodriguez is absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about, and guess what? If there's Julio Rodriguez that's grow on trees, fucking sign me up. Sign me up.
Look, we lost the
Hey, see you, Greg. I'll see you. See ya.
Good thing I showed up. Just Will's doing a podcast.
Would have been me doing the fucking, what's that? The fucking Vince Vaughn gift.
Absolutely delicious. My God.
Yeah. Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, sign me up. What's that? Utah. Give me 2. Give me 2. Julio Rodriguez, fucking stud pup, flies around too.
Oh yeah.
My only gripe with him, but it's not a gripe. I think he tries to steal him like every time he gets on first, which I love, but he gets thrown out a good amount. I feel like if he just timed it and waited out a pitch, he would have even a higher stolen base percentage. He just steals on the first pitch every time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I swear to God, he steals on the first pitch every time.
That I didn't know, so I love that. I love that info out of you. What I was going to say is, that doesn't worry me because I love the fact that he's a great teammate and he's got a little bit of tough guy in him. These two brawls, they got to hold him back. Like he's coming unglued. He's looking to tune dudes up,
and he's fucking 21.
Yeah. He's looking to tune dudes up. He don't give a shit.
And he's a big boy, and he's fucking got power. He's probably gonna end up hitting like 40 bombs in like 5 years.
Oh God!
Yeah, he's a fucking stud. He's an absolute stud.
I just saw
Seattle.
I just saw the sale thing. Damn.
Oh, dude, crazy! Isn't that crazy? Right off his pinky too. That's crazy. He's just snake bitten right now. That's wild. That's just a wild line drive right off the pinky. It's crazy.
Oh shit! That ball's blistered. My God, who hit that? Hicks? He's showing everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even they showed like the Yankees players looking at it and being like, "Oh Jesus."
Jeter Downs, he's going to be a stud too. A lot of these teams don't miss, man. That's the only reason.
I mean, listen, that's
you're
the key.
That's
the key.
Please don't miss.
We wouldn't be talking about needing the center fielder if we didn't miss on Moniak and Hazley. That's just fact. That's just fact.
100%. I mean, Phillies tried 7 different fucking names, dude, and you couldn't hit one of them. That's crazy.
Even Cornelius Randolph before that.
Yeah,
Cornelius Randolph, who I knew he stunk probably 6 months into drafting him. I knew he stunk because they moved him from shortstop to outfield. As soon as that happens,
down draft
okay, he stinks. As soon as you have to move a guy from short that quickly, he's not good.
So while you're on that, with the recent demotion, obviously with Mickey, is this it for him?
I just think Mickey's never going to be. He's never going to be good enough, and it sucks because he had a great spring. But again, listen, I tried telling somebody was talking to me last night about it, like, he had a great spring before he got hurt. And I'm like, he did, but guess what? They throw a lot of fastballs in spring. Okay, they don't throw a lot of fastballs when it's not spring. So guys can hit fastballs. Like Mickey was hitting fastballs in spring. Yeah, I got it. But when it's not spring, guess what? Guys see him on tape like, motherfucker can't hit an off-speed pitch, and he can't lay off one. Yeah. I think we're going to throw him. It's unreal, Mickey. He has talent, but obviously it's not coming together for him. And I'm not sure how many more chances he's going to have with us.
Yeah, I mean, I would think at least the end of this year, he's going to be limited to just injury replacement, right? Because, now we're getting into the stretch run where we can't necessarily have, especially if we go make a trade for a guy. You go make a trade for a guy, you're obviously not going to.
He's tied our hands. We have to make a trade for a guy because he's just flat out not good enough.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, Blue City, I would imagine the Yankees and Mets are both involved.
Yankees don't need him. I mean, Carpenter's out of his mind. Out of his mind.
How juiced is Matt Carpenter?
Out of
Seriously,
his
is the MLB going there and getting? They should be getting a piss sample from him every day.
What's the mustache?
That dude is juiced out his fucking mind. He's just crushing home runs.
Yeah, something's under the mustache. Check it out.
It might be a fist. He's just injecting steroids directly into his stash.
Comeback player of the year in the first half. You don't even need the second half. Comeback player of the year.
What does he have? 15 homers?
18 days
he had 7 steaks yesterday. 7 steaks yesterday.
Dude. he hit like 186 for the St. Louis the last year and a half.
Three straight years, but under 200.
It's crazy.
Ted, I'm only going to say it's crazy just because I've already jinxed the Phillies. There's a bet for them to win the NL, and there's a bet for them to win the World Series. So the only reason it's crazy to think they're contenders is because I put money on them.
Thanks
for telling us that, Greg, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Went to the archives.
All right, so we're fucked. That's great to know. We know that we're fucked. Now we know why Harper got hurt. That's good to know.
So while we're there, I also have the Eagles overs. I have the Eagles NFC and the Eagles Super Bowl and the Sixers NBA champs. So
they're showing betting.
So what you're telling
think I was lying.
What you're telling us, Greg, is that you threw away a lot of money. Is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying to us.
Boston popping in 5 to 10. Look at this. Boston.
But I do like. I like the confidence. I don't know if it's smart. I'm not sure that there were smart bets.
That was the D-backs.
The Phillies definitely have a shot. Listen, if you can make the playoffs, anything can happen. You tell me.
Ryan, that was a bomb.
That was the D-backs guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was D-backs prospect. It was a monster shot. That dude's he's a big boy though. He hasn't missed any meals. I'll tell you that. He's a big boy. He looks like Jesus Aguilar. What up, Don?
Where you been, Don? What's up, buddy? Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely a Steranito under Matt's mustache for sure. 100%. Fucking. What was I saying? Shit. This is the problem with smoking as much weed as I do. I just lose shit.
Big kid. You're talking about that big boy.
Oh yeah, it looks like Jesus Aguilar. He's a big boy. He hasn't missed a meal.
Can't believe he got tossed after his first at bat. Like that was so weak.
Fuck him. It was a good sweep. I know we haven't really touched on. We've been talking trade deadline, but it was a good sweep by the Phillies going into the break there. Huge. Definitely.
Huge. Listen, that's 2 wins this year against Alcantara. Not him personally. Well,
yeah, monster. And that's monster.
Yeah, we got to him.
Yeah, I said the other night you got him. But they won the game. The last time they played him, they won the game he pitched as well. Right. So you get that. You get the Cy Young guy. You get him twice, 2 games he started because he goes 8 deep every game. Yes. Every outing he goes 8 deep. He's gonna say, "Hey, don't need anybody.
Just need one guy. Just need one guy."
What I love about him sweeps is he goes 125.
Yeah, I can use
they cut everyone in the league now at like 100, 105. He goes 125 like every outing. They cut him like 120, 122. I'm like, I like that out of Sandy. Sandy's a monster.
I mean,
monster.
They let this guy on the tour. Good for him, Greg. Fucking mullet and a fucking cheesy ass. Holy shit, this guy looks like Joe Dirt. Hey, Joe.
Cash that ticket right there, baby.
Joe Dirt.
Boom.
Greg, you better stop showing them tickets. Somebody's going to take a snapshot of that and fucking go. And then Greg's going to go try to redeem it. And you're like, this is already redeemed. So
I'm not going back to Reno. I'm not going back to Reno anytime soon. I'm going to mail it into it.
Reno. Biggest little city on the planet. Reno.
It was fun.
This guy.
Left a lot of money on the craps table, though.
Guy looks like a rat.
He does.
Oh, my God. Good for you.
What I was going to say, though, is if
Rory absolutely fucking
love it.
I mean,
love it.
Yeah, glad you cashed the ticket, but holy shit, Rory. 3-stroke lead on 16? On 16?
Wait, he had 3-stroke lead on 16?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he had a 3-stroke lead going into it.
Okay.
After 12, I believe it was even, or 13, it was even.
Okay. Whew. I was gonna say 3-stroke lead on 16. That's like suicide watch, Paul. Suicide watch.
Yeah, right. I know all about it, right? The only reason I don't mention it is because it's analytics. All right. So when he was in St. Louis, he didn't believe in analytics, right? So it's the only reason I'm not telling anybody. So nobody else gets a little boner, gets a little rocket, and thinks that's what it did it, right? Yeah, he worked on his swing good. He finally took it serious. He had some successful years, and he was fucking smelling himself. So whether it's analytics or whatever, he definitely went back and rehoned his swing a little bit and was embarrassed in the last 3 years. I said good for him. You know what I mean? But
I mean, he should be embarrassed. He was a stud for a while.
Yeah.
Like I remember probably 10 years ago now in fucking fantasy, he was like second short and outfield eligible and just fucking 3 hits a game.
Yeah.
Like, this fucking dude's the man. I fucking love this dude.
He's my favorite for a long time.
Crime dog. I don't think the Drew was on TV, so I will go MLB
he was
Draft.
Just defensive drills video endorsed by Tom Mansky.
we'll go MLB Draft just by default, but I do like what they.
Oh, it is the crime dog.
Yeah, I do like what they've changed the draft and they're following the All Star game. I think that's a cool concept, and they're gonna continue to do it right before the All Star game. That's pretty cool. Should hopefully bring more notoriety to the draft.
I wish that there was a game tonight, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It makes it, listen, they're making the draft is big for the other sports. They're trying to make it bigger for baseball. I like it.
I got a purple
Good idea.
hair
Good idea.
Person in your
yeah, someone's got a purple hair here. Oh.
Interesting.
I'm going to refuse to comment. Anything I say at this point would just get us in trouble.
Yeah, Blue City. It wasn't good for the Sox. Oh, by the way, I heard you guys talking when my internet dropped off. My bad.
Crazy line drive off Steele's finger. Yeah,
you know why?
Crazy, because you have him in fantasy.
On a fantasy team. Literally, drafted him. I can't make it up. Drafted him like, all right, sweet. This will be the guy that comes in the second half of the year. Stretch run with the playoffs. This guy.
Right off. Did you see it, Greg? It's crazy. He couldn't even get out of the way. Like, it was a line shot right off his pinky. Like, that's crazy. Crazy. What I was trying to say, and then I lost my train of thought, was if we can make the Phillies, if we can make the playoffs, you're telling me we got a best of 5 series where we get to throw Nola and fucking Wheels out there. Like, I feel pretty good.
Absolutely,
pretty good.
Absolutely, and no BS with those bets. That's kind of where I kind of was thinking is like we were playing well without Harper, right?
Yeah.
Where obviously we're 12-8 and our whole pitching staff ERA is 3.07 throughout that time. So
we're holding down.
We're holding good without Harper and Segura. So you have to figure obviously both of those guys coming back, plus any changes that they're doing at the deadline. So you're right. I mean, you're going in with two studs. Now, granted, other people are as well, but you have to think that we're going to always like our chances for sure.
Absolutely, I totally agree.
Yeah,
Troy asking about Fulmer as well.
Yeah, Knowles been the guy that we knew he could be. So.
Knowles is
stud. He's been spectacular.
He was awesome today.
So, I mean, everybody else, not everybody else, but 85% of the city threw him under the bus for 2 years now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't have to be that. Like, he had to be better. He wasn't good enough. Don't get me wrong. So it wasn't, this isn't a defend party. You know what I mean? But it was like, Wheeler's the ace, and who the fuck cares who the ace is, right? Take the ball every 5 days and go do you. You know what I mean? And stop rolling your fucking breaking ball up and throw your fastball more. That's what we're trying to tell them.
Yeah.
So, made 2-day radio. We love you, Knowles.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we've been saying, everyone knows that we like Aaron Nola. We've always said he's got the best stuff. On now Wheels. I mean, Wheels has got great stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but when Nola's going, no one hits Nola. Don't matter. Don't matter what lineup he faces. Don't matter what lineup he's facing. If he's going, no one hits him because he's just got great shit. He's got great movement, and that's what we used to get mad because he 0-2 and he leaves pitches. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're better than that. Stop leaving pitches 0-2. Fucking waste the pitch. So. I mean, he's definitely putting it together this year. It's been great. It's had a great first half. I hope he can keep it rolling.
No, definitely. And Josh, I know probably the three of us up here, I'm not going to speak for the other guys, but I think they're all on board. Yeah, I do believe they make the playoffs. I mean, if it ended right now, we'd be in as we own the tiebreaker over just about everybody in the Central Division. Cardinals, Brewers, and Padres.
Padres in the West, yes. So, which is nice to have because they're the 3 teams that are directly above us, besides the Braves, who are, honestly, it's going to be tough to catch the Braves or Mets. The Braves look like they might catch the Mets, and they're both way high. They're both way up there. So
yeah, Padres are 2 up on us right now.
I would say our goal should be just to try to get that second wild card spot. If we could get there, it would be great. Which would be passing Padres and staying ahead of the Cardinals. Yeah.
Amanda asked, do you guys think Bryce Harper will play in the All Star game? And when do you think he will play again and be in a lineup? And what about Zach Eflin and Gene Segura?
He's not going to play in the All Star game, man. He'll probably be there, maybe, and wave. He's definitely not going to play. Maybe a month from now, if we're lucky, we'll see Bryce like August 15th. Like, that's what I would shoot for, like August 15th. That would be great.
Cable got 2 first rounders. Wow.
And And for the other ones, I think Gene should be back very soon. And Eflin, I don't know. Eflin might be a while.
Yeah, I think,
Bryce might be back before Eflin.
I would say Eflin's done. I agree to everything you just. I would echo all three things you just said there. And I'll just add to it. Yeah, I think Eflin's done. You know what I mean? You know,
He might be. Yeah, he might be.
I don't want to say that about anybody, but like that knee was starting to go like one or two outings before they finally shut him down, and it was just, it was cranky and it was acting up, and it just, it's tough, man. I think it might be his landing. I'm not sure if it's a push off.
Yep.
Landing.
So it's it's not good, but expect the other two guys back. And yes, no All Star game, but probably the tip of the cap, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd venture to say Gene probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe.
I think it's less, Greg. Honestly, they were saying
he went out first, but he was 8 to 10.
Yeah.
They were saying that Gene might be back in like a week.
Nice.
So maybe not the first series after the break or the first maybe 2 weeks, we'll say.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. I know they showed video of him taking ground balls the other day.
Yeah, and they showed
down in Miami. So
he was doing swings the other day too. They were showing.
Okay,
but it was
you got to figure
he's live.
He's going to go on a rehab assignment. So that'll be a couple weeks. Jesse Bates not reporting for camp for the Bengals. Yeah, that's cool. Troy, the infield defense has been huge. Stott has been a big plus, and Baum's been serviceable since his 3-game era. Yeah, Troy, absolutely. I mean, Baum really has been working really hard.
He's been there's been like 2 bad throws I can recall to second base. I feel like he rushes throws to second base. It's my biggest knock on him still to this point. But Boom has been, I mean, he's been way better, especially way better than I even expected him to be, because he was so bad for last year and beginning of the year. He's been very good. I will tip my cap to Alec.
No, absolutely. I mean, he's worked hard. I still don't think he's staying there long term, but he's at least serviceable here in the interim until we're able to get that long term piece there, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Tommy?
Yo.
Nails, brother.
No, bud.
Nails.
Just here catching up. Continue.
How are you?
That better. Please continue.
Do you think the Phillies will
here's our poll.
Or actually, do you think the Phillies will make multiple trades before the deadline?
Or do you think they go one bulk, or do you think they go like multiple different places?
So multiple trades would mean so if you trade,
are you going to acquire more than one person?
Well, okay, so
there you go. Is that better?
Well, no, I'm talking about, are you going one place for a bulk, or are you think they go multiple places for different things?
I'm just on are you going to acquire more than one guy? Honestly,
one stop.
Either way.
Greg assumes we're going to acquire more than one guy, I guess.
Yes, I mean, it's true.
He's hoping he's Dominican.
Dominicana.
I wasn't ready for it. That's good. Inside joke, guys. Don't worry about it.
Guys, they got Gibson and Ian Kennedy last year, from one place. Could I see them get guys from one place? Sure. Do I think they have enough to go down the line and knock on everybody's door? To go 2 teams or 3 teams for guys? No, I don't know if they have enough for that. I don't know if their system's as bad as we think. It might be close to as bad as we think. So I don't think that they have enough to go to like multiple places. I think whatever they get done, it has to be somebody who actually values what they have, and thinks it's enough to, send four guys for 2 guys type deal, something like that. So when they make multiple trades, I'll disagree I'll disagree that they make multiple trades. I don't think they have enough to make multiple trades.
Makes sense. I would agree, because I think
they can make multiple trades. Just 2. I mean, I'm thinking like 2 different teams, 2 different trades.
Yeah, I would agree as well. I didn't think and I went exact opposite of you. I didn't think they had enough to bundle and get a good enough bundle, right? So I thought they had to almost go to different spots in order to maximize the prospect value that they might have.
Yeah, I just don't think I think you got to find one team that actually values your farm system more than other people do, and hope you can get two guys from that team.
Yeah.
Than hoping that more than one team values your system or values your players, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's always idiots that would be like, oh, I like this guy.
The old
there's always a friend that knows your favor. There's always all kinds of things that you don't know about.
No, you're 100% right. It's that old saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You know what I mean? Like in the sporting world, everybody feels like they can fix somebody or change a venue and a different voice or whatever. So, you're right. You might be able to find a dance partner, but it's not easy.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm just coming and being negative. So we don't have enough disagree, to go to different places. We got to hope that for a couple minutes, I heard Kansas City's name get brought up. Well, then, yeah, if you want to go to Kansas City, you got to hope, if they like what you have, if they like what you have, then maybe you can get two guys from there. Maybe they think, oh, we get five guys. We get
little buffet menu. We
get five
buffet
guys.
menu. Little pick from here, little pick from there.
Maybe that's a something that can happen. I just don't think you can go. Maybe there's two places. Maybe, I mean, anything more than two, I think it's ridiculous. I don't think that's happening. Like, I don't think you can go to three different spots for three different things. I also think that's like almost like a little, a little MLB the Show trade deadline.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that's even gonna happen. Like, I could see us doing two, like acquire a pitcher, say Tyler Mahle. I'm only saying that because I love that guy. I think that's a good name. Merrill Kelly, though. Someone brought him up earlier. I think Troy did. That's a good name, too. I like Merrill Kelly. I would be fine with either one of them guys. And then try to go get like an Andrew Benintendi or and someone said Michael A. Taylor. I'll fucking take Michael A. Taylor, honestly. Give me a guy either or Ramon Laureano. Give me one of them.
Let's hope can fix Moniak. I'd be interested to see if he is included in any of the trade packages. Not of any value, but if somebody I think sweeps Tommy, to your point, right? If somebody thinks that they have this system, and obviously I think at this point
we were wondering earlier if we're out on him. Honestly, he could be included in a trade. He could.
Yeah, I think change your scenery might do him good, right?
And I'm sure he has at least a little value.
I don't know if he even does him good. I think he probably has a little bit more than a little, Wills.
I would hope he has a little more than a little.
Just because, not because he deserves,
but I'm not sure.
Not because he deserves more, but there's probably a handful of teams because of him being the number one pick, or even if he wasn't deserving a number one pick, a top 5 pick probably in that draft. That there's somebody out there that's going to say, "Oh, that's where I do believe that somebody would say, oh, I can fix him." We know what his issue.
Like you said, or he's young enough to, if you gave him 500 bats, maybe you can do something. Like I said, you're just hoping somebody else sees that. You know what I mean? And if you're going to knock on the the A's door, you might want to ask for Puck or Lee Trevino as well. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying if you're going down, the Laureano route. You know what I mean? Like, here's Moniak, here's another pitcher, and
I'll take a little Puck.
Give us.
I like a little Puck.
Give us one of those two guys and give us Laureano. Let's go. Strap it on for the playoff.
Bundler alert.
Oh, yeah, you know me. I'm a big bundler.
Shane, what sport are you talking? What do you?
It's gotta be It's gotta be basketball. That's talking baseball free agency.
That's why I love the bundle, because like Tommy's point, it's tough to get fucking multiple dudes to answer the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, now you're on the phone. All right, let me tell you how good my shit is.
Castellanos, I hope we're assuming. I think I was talking about it earlier, Matt. I think he's going to have a good second half. Obviously, he didn't have a good first half, and he's not. He's going to still probably have a down year when it's said and done. But I expect him to be better in the future.
What a name!
But it's been a bad first half. I mean, there's nothing else you can put. It's just been a bad first half.
What a name. Kid just drafted
Cutter Coffee. Yeah, Cutter Coffee. Great name.
Good name. Tommy, I know you're on the road. Obviously probably didn't read too much about it, but any thoughts on Justin Crawford, the first pick for the Phillies there?
So
Carl's kid.
Yes, we're going to draft another Crawford that will trade maybe too soon. Not saying JP was traded too soon, but maybe he was. I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
If you drafted for need, sure. But what does that say? How they feel about the guy that was the first pick of the draft, who is a 22-year-old center fielder? Probably tells you a lot how they think about it, because if they felt like he would ever, be the guy, maybe they don't go there, or maybe I don't know. I feel like we draft the same positions like over and over and over again.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I think we literally had a fucking text talking about how hopefully we take a picture, because we stay and take an outfielder. So I was like, outfielder, all right, great.
I mean, I guess when you look at a center fielder,
Great.
you can put him in any outfield spot, so it doesn't necessarily have to be center field. Just like I guess if you draft a shortstop or
our other outfield spots are kind of taken though for a while.
Yeah. Yep. Seats taken.
Can't sit here.
But from a good tree, from a good tree. So
he does come from a good tree. I'll give him that.
I'm a fan of the tree.
Yeah.
There were a lot of pedigree kids this
yeah, a ton of pedigree today. Yep, ton of pedigree.
Who took?
I just saw that. Sorry, I just saw that the holiday thing, and I was like, "Well, you're crazy. The guy on the left is bigger." And that's Matt.
Oh, that's Matt. That's his father. Yes, he's a moose knock.
What the fuck was he talking about? The guy on the left's way bigger.
Yeah, he's a moose knuckle. But the kid sitting right next to him is who got drafted. The other kid on the other side of the couch is the younger brother. He looks bigger. When's he coming out?
Tommy,
what's he playing?
I said, who took Drew Jones? I was just curious. I didn't see
Arizona.
He went to Arizona.
Yeah, that's where we talk about. That's the only reason it would be. Holiday can.
Yeah, Arizona couldn't get that pick in quick enough.
Yeah.
They were like,
Holiday can play, but Jones is absolute. I would have took Jones all day. But we kind of talked about, me and Tommy last week, about the Orioles needing middle guys, and that's what they decided.
Yeah.
I can't see. I mean, will he? I know everyone's like, will he be better than his dad? I mean, that's tough. I still think Andrew Jones is going to get into the Hall of Fame. I think he deserves to be. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Will he be a better hitter than his father? I think that's what he should shoot for, because highly doubt he's going to be a better center fielder than his father.
Like I said,
his father was a fucking phenomenal center fielder.
Yeah, like I said, I don't take away anything from any of these studs. You know what I mean? Like, Holiday might be a 15-time, All Star. I don't take anything away from him. You know what I mean? But if I'm going middle there, then I'm going Tamar Johnson. That dude's.
I love that kid.
He probably might be the best hitter in the draft. You know what I mean?
I love that kid. That's my guy. That's a great pick by Pitt. I love that fucking kid. That kid's like he's got the it factor. He's got, you just hear him talk. You can see it. You can fucking see it.
Yeah. Shane was actually talking,
and everyone says it too, so you know it.
Yeah.
Shane, we're far away from the free agency in baseball to even know really who's going to be available right now. So.
At this point, I mean, I was trying to think of who I know is available. There's a good fucking shortstop available, but I think we're still set with Bryson. Well, Correa will be available again. He's only signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
And Trey Turner.
I know you can do whatever you want. Not you.
Trey Turner and somebody else. I
can't imagine the Dodgers letting him go, though.
No, I mean, at this point, Trey Turner's lighting the fucking world on fire. But yeah, I mean, I assume he's going to want a lot of money.
I mean, you two.
Listen, I thought there was 3 kids from Campbell in the first round. Holy smokes!
Of course,
he's going to want a little cash.
You three guys will probably, obviously, love it and laugh at it. You know what I mean? Because it's the Mets. But take the Mets out of it, like. I don't know about you, but the whole rocker thing goes up my ass sideways. I don't like the fact that you can do that. I think
I don't like it at all.
Have like a 3-year ban. Go ahead, pitch in the independent league for 3 years. Then you want to do it? You want to do it? Go ahead. Like, don't tell me it's America. In America, I can do what don't tell me that I can do what I want. That's bullshit.
I mean, I love the fact that it's the Mets. I love the fact that it's the Mets.
You get a kickle out of it, and I hate the Mets too. But I don't like it. I think it's fucking bullshit. That's
Yeah, I mean, didn't it happen to the Phillies? Will they get like a? Will they get? Didn't it happen when we did JD Drew, right?
JD Drew, yeah.
JD Drew did it to us, but will they get a compensatory pick next year for it? They have to, right?
That was the pick they had at 11.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That was the pick they had at 11.
Okay.
That was their first pick. Was I believe the compensatory for Rocker.
Yeah, they took Parada, right? The catcher.
Yeah, the catcher.
Georgia Tech kid. Oh, the Texas first baseman just went to Arizona. He might be up next year. He's right. He's a finished product, I think.
It's funny. I was just reading that they're opening the offers. You brought him up earlier on Christian Walker.
Christian Walker, yeah.
Maybe they knew they were drafting this kid.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that they would be open to Christian Walker because Christian Walker's a guy that you can get. You can definitely get something for him because he's got pop.
Yeah, we're gonna say
he's probably got 20 bombs.
That's JJ Putz.
202.
That is definitely JJ Putz, by the way. I haven't seen his name. 1000% JJ Putz. He has the soul patch. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
JJ Putz. That's a good pick by them, Melendez. I like him. He could come. I think he could be on their team next year as like ready to hitter. I don't know that. I'm not sure how high his ceiling is, but he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's definitely advanced and with the hit tool for sure. Ryan Swopes turning it over to Eagles real quick. What is the package you can see the Eagles doing to get Jesse Bates, Rieger, and what else? I don't necessarily think they need to go out and get Jesse Bates. I think they're okay at safety right now.
Yeah, they're not going to trade for him. They're not going to trade for anybody.
Right. I don't think safety is as high as a need because we are able to, when you're able to get that other cornerback, it helps your safeties as well. They don't have to actually drop into coverage as much. But,
Well, I mean, I assume that they're going to want the kid that we drafted out of Tennessee to play a couple years ago, right? Or Clemson, sorry, not Tennessee.
Kayvon Wallace.
Kayvon Wallace. They're going to want Kayvon Wallace.
But we still have Anthony Harris there.
Well, Anthony Harris is going to play. We know that.
Yeah.
And I think Epps
is right now your other guy too. Yeah.
Kayvon Wallace, though, they assume he's going to be on the field a little bit this year.
I
would assume that they hope he's on the field a little bit this year. Otherwise, it's a bad pick. But yeah, I think they're about set, right? Honestly, I mean, we're about what? Were we a week and a half out from camp?
Yeah, Joseph, 18 days from games.
Are we 10 days from camp? It's got to be soon.
Yeah, well, that's the Hall of Fame game I think he was talking about. But yes, I mean, camp's within the next 2 weeks. You're absolutely right.
Well, we're way more than 18 days from games because I don't give a fuck about preseason. Well, don't get hurt.
I would say no, Matt. So I mean, don't be wrong.
No, absolutely not. I would say absolutely not.
Said, can Joel bring a chip to Philly? Maybe we could answer that one a little bit differently. But
you would have got me on the hook.
yeah, when you're gonna leave with that guy, I don't know. Not sure.
D-X had a pretty good night.
I think I do know, honestly, and it's no. Yeah, D-Max had a damn good night, I would say. That's a damn good night.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate you, brother. I know Tommy's going to disagree, and I'm going to disagree with this one.
Yeah, well, Don, you didn't understand the homework assignment. You thought over 5 years you had the best team.
Dansby might be available. I would take a run at Dansby.
Well, Turner's going to be available. If there's somebody you take a run at, it's Turner.
No, you're absolutely right.
Dansby is also a free agent, and I love me some Dansby Swanson. But first off, don't try to Dansby Swanson.
I know that's going to work.
I would actually take Dansby Swanson over Trey Turner.
I wouldn't for one reason.
Because winner, better fielder.
It's almost like the Cowboys. Like if I go get a guy from there, he's going to come here and not be as good. Like Trey
Turner's won too, though, hasn't he?
I can almost feel Dansby Swanson not being good. Like we.
Oh no, he's a leader.
We see over the Braves. I'm not saying not. I'm saying as good as he's been the last year and a half. Is my point. Like he's been really good.
No, I feel like he's coming to his own.
Probably has. Well, I'm making the point because it's from the Braves.
I just don't think the Braves are ever going to let him leave. Yeah. Like I think there's no chance.
Tommy, I'm right with you with the mind melt right there.
But I also would have said there's no chance the Braves let Freddie Freeman leave this point last year. So I mean, who the fuck knows?
Well, it turned out his agent might have been a little dirty.
Yeah. Little dirty water
Ted, I forgot about Tart. We did just trade for Tart.
But I thought,
guess what? He's probably going to win back-to-back titles because of it, though, Sweets. Because Dodgers are decent.
yeah,
They're decent.
Brady's pretty good.
They're probably going to get Luis Castillo, who's been you're talking about guy that's been shoving last couple. Guy that wants to go to a contender who's been shoving last couple starts. Luis Castillo.
Yeah.
Right? No. Tommy's just been on a baseball field all day.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think
He could be hungover though. Tommy had a few cocktails. Pinkies were out last night.
I don't think they let him. I don't think they let.
We're way out. And maybe at 10 a.m. Possibility of some struggling and trying to find a toilet to shit in. Thank God I found a great Dunkin' Donuts that literally just got done washing the bathroom. Was a big fan of that.
Oh,
that's
good to have you.
That's like fuck. That's like hitting the lottery.
What's happening after?
It's in the lottery.
That was it. Yep. That was. Yep. So no, not hungover. I mean, hungover from 18 walks, maybe. But no, not hungover.
They're not.
That will hang you the fuck over there. Who is this guy?
That's why you just want to drive into the Atlantic. Like, how close is the water? I want to keep driving. Keep driving.
Ted. The Flyers was a no bet, Ted. There's no. They don't need me to stink next year.
Jack's still going. Yeah, I was gonna say Flyers. Flyers are.
Flyers don't need any jinx.
Is that Jack McKeon?
That is Jack McKeon.
He's still alive?
That's what I was just saying. Great.
Where's the channel you on?
MLB
Network. Watching the draft.
Oh, I'm on. It was on ESPN.
I thought ESPN had MLS soccer on.
No, I had the draft on ESPN.
I'm just messing with you because someone was like, I said something earlier. There's no sports. I thought someone said that there's soccer on. I was going to respond.
I know Poe put WNBA.
I was going to respond with, I don't consider soccer a sport, but I decided not to. But no, I don't. Especially
I would love
MLS
Xander, but what's it going to cost?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I don't think you can get Xander Bogaerts.
I don't think it's feasible.
Yeah, you can't get him.
Didn't he just sign an extension too, like recently?
No, he's a free agent.
Is he a free agent?
Or he wants an extension, I think. Right?
Okay.
I don't know. He feels like there's some little roughness going on. I mean, Shane's correct that he might be available, particularly because there's a little roughness going on. But if you're Boston, he's a great fielder, he's a great hitter. They got to lock him up. I mean,
yeah,
they're gonna lock him up.
Or you're gonna want the moon.
I mean, they're gonna lock him up. You don't let shortstops walk.
Nope.
They're 26 and superstars. You just don't.
It's a sign story, but yeah, I hear you. You know what I mean?
What up, Chucks?
What up, Chucks?
So here's an interesting tidbit I got. So the last time I'll give you the last time the Phillies swept the Marlins in Miami. This is their lineup. This is September 14th of 2010. Victorino, Polanco, Utley.
You should have had us guess it.
You want to do the rest?
2010?
2010. See you, Shane. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
See you, Shane.
I think so. Who? Okay, Ibanez.
Raul was batting seventh.
Okay. What'd you say? You said Victorino.
Is it Victorino, Polanco,
Utley.
Chooch.
Chooch seventh.
Howard
fourth.
Rollins.
No, Rollins was not in the lineup.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good fact, though. So, who was playing short then? And who haven't we said? Chooch was catching, right? You said that.
Yep.
And Ibanez was in right.
Left.
Worth is in
Merrill?
right.
Worth in right.
Oh, Worth's still there in 2010. I thought he was gone at that point.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we got the outfield. Then who was that? Pedro Feliz?
No.
Polanco. We already said.
Polanco is at second. It's who's playing shortstop.
No, Polanco's at third, probably.
Third.
He's up.
I'm sorry. Polanco was at third.
2010?
2010.
It's not Rollins. So
Rollins.
Who was the backup that
We
day?
had right day off. Wasn't it? Oh, my God.
This is going to fuck me up now.
Fuck.
Eric Bruntlett? No.
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 The fucking Dominican, I think. Wilson Valdez?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love me a little Wilson Valdez. He pitched one time against
Valdez
Cincinnati.
played short, and then the starter of that game.
It was probably Doc.
Brett Myers.
It was Doc.
Oh,
It was Doc. that was the lineup the last time the Phillies swept in Miami.
That's pretty amazing. Wow. R.I.P. Doc. That's pretty amazing.
Who's doing interviews here?
It's pretty amazing. It was fucking 2010.
Is that Rachel Nichols? Oh my god!
No.
Just kidding.
She's actually done like terrible interviews. Like the questions she's
Mo-
asking are just like.
Well, listen, Greg. If you haven't watched the MLB Network recently, like the afternoon, they're trying to get younger viewers because they just have. I'm not sure who's on the afternoon shift, but I can't watch. I can't watch. There's like people with multicolored hair, a lot of talking about outfits and stuff. I can't watch it. And Don, love you. If I watched the Summer League game, I'd kill myself. Oh, this guy's got some tears going.
That's his brother, right?
It's his brother.
I hope so.
Yes,
Never stop. I'm the worst.
Ted, I'll get right back to you. What's up, fellas? What up, Kevin?
Well, it's 2022. You never know.
You know what I'm saying?
Was Yugi Urbina on team, or did he set that guy on fire allegedly? I don't know. Was he on that 2010 team?
I think he hit him with a. I think he hit him with a machete. I think he hit him with a machete first, and then he set him on fire.
He was a machete guy. Yeah.
No, machete first, then on fire.
Yeah. Which.
That makes sense. Once you machete him, you gotta set him on fire, obviously.
Yeah, two terrible ways.
That's usually how it goes. That was an aggressive move out of Oogs, I will say.
Yeah. Two of the more violent ways to go.
Yes. He's also, we used to play a baseball name game. Oogie was a great guy to use because the double U really fucks people over. Oogie Urbina.
He was not on that roster for 2010. Yeah, no, I thought he was before the run, or was he after
Oogie?
the run?
No, he was. Before,
I thought Oogie was like.
I think he was
between like 5 and 7.
Yeah, that's what I think so too, Greg. I could be wrong though, but I think so. Those years blend together for me
because they're so bad.
I remember our team. I feel like I remember 08 to like 11 really well because we were really good. But like the 7 is when we started getting good. I remember that team. I remember Jason Worth, that fucking sweep against the Mets, 4-game sweep against the Mets when we first made the playoffs in 07. That was awesome. 4-game sweep against the Mets. Worth so like second and third, like to give us the win.
He retired in
2005.
awesome. So
yeah.
He was with us 2005.
I think it's when we were bad.
2005. We were his last team before he went on the spree allegedly.
I don't think it was allegedly. I think he got caught. I think he done did it.
Yeah. Bunch of workers on his farm or something, I think.
Kevin, here's our poll question for you. We're talking about the Phillies post the All Star break. As we come out, we are currently had the third wild card spot based off of our tiebreakers over the Cardinals, the Brewers, and the Padres. We are 2 behind the Padres, so we're talking what do the Phillies need to do coming out of the All Star break. So here's our poll question for you, brother.
This guy's crying in mommy's shoulder for a while.
Yeah, that's enough, buddy.
I want to take back the pick.
I was
wish I could join you guys in a watch party here, but I haven't been able to find a remote in here in
a
while. So
I thought that was a little extended too well.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad saying that, but a little too long.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't think he's gonna make it, and I am a guy too. So I don't think he's
gonna make it. Girlfriend was next to him, like,
yeah. Can I get
a little bit of this?
She was counting it out, like, is this gonna end soon, or what's going on here? She was like, it wasn't the 10th pick, it's 47th. Let's go.
92 to 95 with good life. Yeah, left-handed. He'll make it. I mean,
shit.
Lives in a tanning booth.
Well, Samuel, thank God that multiple teams can make the playoffs. But yes, the Mets are very good. I would assume that they're going to make the playoffs. Honestly, Scherzer's back and looks to be fine. Struck out 12. I think 13 and then 12, his first 2 games back. Or 11 and 12, I'm not sure. And I'm pretty sure they just said that DeGrom is probably going to pitch the second series back after the All Star break. So, yeah, Mets are in a good spot.
He said, what a team. Like, they're just hot right now.
I think they're a sleeper for Soto.
Who, Seattle?
The Mariners. Because when have they ever had the opportunity to – I mean, they have some talent around, right? Obviously,
yeah, but
I heard you guys talking
they got
with
guys,
Julio.
though. You know, it's the only problem with that, Greg, is that they're paying guys. Because they traded for Winker, who signed a deal, right? Winker's in the outfield. True. They got Julio in the outfield. They ain't moving. But no, I guess they
trade
probably would have one other spot.
You could trade Winkler or Haniger, right? I know Haniger's hurt.
I love me some Mitch, but he's been hurt like all year.
Yeah. He's on my fantasy team, and he's done.
I love Mitchy Poo.
Yeah, he done. He had 3 homers in 2 weeks, and then he fucking high ankle sprain. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Up. Where's Mr. Lappe over? Where's Lappe at, dude?
Where's Scotty?
High ankle sprain. What are we talking about?
Well, I just saw. I'm rewatching the Phils because I told you I can't change the channel in here. Currently, turn it on, but I don't have the other remote. But that would be the first time I ever seen Schwarber get a good jump on a ball in the 6th inning. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Thought that ball was in the gap. Is that Schwarber?
Yeah, actually, I think like twice in the last 2 weeks.
A horse for that.
He made a nice diving catch like a week ago too.
What was his top end speed? Can we get it?
You know what? It's not June anymore, Tom. So he's like 3 for his last 40. So he's got to make go plays in the field. Oh shit! Good to see JT is awoken though and has been hitting the ball hard, which is good. We're gonna need him and Nick to really have a good second halves.
Yeah, for sure.
And we need Bryce back. I think we all agree that Bryce is a superstar. Bryce is going to hit when Bryce is ready to play. Bryce is going to hit. Just when is he going to be back? That's the whole thing. Mid-August, I would say. Mid-August is probably a safe bet. So about a month.
Name for that reliever, Kev? I'm drawing a blank on him. I'm going to look up the roster now, but
I'm not
the
sure
White Sox middle reliever.
Unfortunately, I don't think the White Sox are going to sell. I think they think that they can make a run still because the Central's not that tough. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that they can though.
You're going to talk about Lopez.
If you're going to deal with them, you want that big lefty. What's his name?
Bummer.
Guy's a gas face killer, lefty. That might not be the right guy. But
see, the only lefty in their on their roster is Tanner Banks.
And he must be hurt then. Makes sense.
I don't even know. The White Sox have been on a struggle bus.
Yeah.
I have Lewis Robert. He's hurt again. That's great.
Lou Bob.
Yep. Old fucking Lou Bob.
Aloy just came back from. I think we were live on air when he ripped up his knee the first time.
They said that he's going to be because I have Aloy as well, Greg. I'm an Aloy guy. You know this. He better have a big second half. But they said he's going to be back after the All Star break. He's fine.
Well, yeah, he came back, but I know they shut him down for a couple.
But yeah, I need a big second half of Aloy Jimenez.
Don asked, did the Suns made the right move matching Indiana for DeAndre?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I think they did. Yes. They didn't have to, and with them matching him, they didn't have to give him the extra year, extra money that they would have had to. Had to give out anyway.
And you don't fucking
you
can't lose. You can't lose your center.
You can't lose him for nothing. If they come back and trade him, then it's all, it's a done deal, right? But yeah, you can't lose him for nothing.
If you trade him and get Durant, then
yeah,
that might happen.
This just came out from the guy we were talking about earlier, Harden.
Are you about to read that? Go ahead.
I told Daryl to improve the roster, sign who we needed to sign, and give me whatever is left over. This is how bad I want to win. I want to compete for a championship. I'm willing to take less to put us in a position to accomplish that. So quote from.
I mean, what did we just give him? What was the contract we gave him?
We haven't actually signed them yet officially.
Oh, we haven't. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I think this is what's holding it up.
Listen,
is
I
trying
will
to figure
say
out what the rest of the roster looks like.
I've talked a lot of shit on James Harden because I just don't think he's very good. But I do. I mean, I love the move I love the fact that he is, taking less money to try to help us win. I mean, that's a great move. It's a team move. It's a team, which is a great move. I love it. I love that move. There's nothing I can say bad about that move. I love that move. Thank you, James. I do. I feel like he owes it to us to do it because he's not a guy he's not worth that big money anymore.
Kev, thank you for the super sticker, brother. We definitely appreciate that.
And yeah, thanks, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, I think it's he doesn't have to. No,
he doesn't. He absolutely does not have to. I agree.
Will somebody else give you max? I don't think so. But the fact that he didn't opt into all that money, listen, we don't love the guy.
Reggie Sanders was a stud for the Reds early,
but that makes me like him more. I think part of it is
absolutely does, Tommy.
It shows you that he feels like he's accomplished everything else. So like, what's left? And a lot of guys never even come to that realization. Like, what's left? They don't care enough to care what's left. And I'll give him credit. Still a lot of money he's making, but he's taking a lot less. So nobody's going to max him. I think we can all agree on that. But he still could have opted in a $47 million.
Yeah,
a lot of free money there. So
and a lot. Yeah, it's an absurd amount of money.
Harden's waiting for the team to make. Yeah, he's looking at probably 32 to 35.
Yeah.
What's up, Wayne?
I mean, see, I have like, I don't know. I don't like the tweet like, oh, I'm willing to take less. Just give me less. Like, he's still gonna get $30 million a year. It's not like I'm gonna give you $1 million.
No.
But I do like the move out of him though.
I understand.
But it's like you're still gonna get $30 million a year.
Yeah, but it's still $17 million less than you were gonna get.
True.
Still, it's still a big discount.
Yeah.
I agree with you. $30 million. I mean, I don't feel
$30 million a fucking year.
But let's be real though. That's still $17 million less than what he could have made in 1 year. So
no, I'm in full agreement.
But I'm not going to sit here and give you a fucking.
I'm just saying. I'm not sure I needed that tweet. Like, look at me. I was willing to do less. Now I'm kind of like, Now I was real happy about it. Now I'm like,
Well, he didn't say
that was not
his tweet though. It's from.
Can I read it? Oh, okay.
Like he didn't tweet that out saying, "Hey,
I thought you were saying you tweeted that
answer
out.
to a question he gave a report.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah. But no, I mean, listen, is it when you're talking about when you got that kind of money, it's still a lot of money. It's not. I'm not going to go around giving him hand jobs if he doesn't produce because
it's a lot.
He took less money. Like, no, you still got to go out and produce, dude. You're still getting paid a lot of freaking money. So he doesn't get a free pass, but it definitely makes me think like maybe he's more committed to winning than maybe originally thought.
Yeah, like I said, I got to see it before. I don't mean, fucking talk is cheap, and like you said, well, it's not just talk, okay? Because it is, we live in a world of, a lot of, people are just, it's money, right? So, there's, some action there on that end, you know what I mean? But I need more action. I need get your body in shape, get yourself in shape, and nobody's asking you to be the guy from 5 years ago, you know what I mean? But get your body in shape, all right, and don't disappear. Right, in second halves, and don't disappear in the playoffs. Right, and you got to give us something. You can be a distributor. You can be, the Hollywood triple double guy. That's fine. But like, you got to give us. You got to be. You should be the second option, the second scoring option. Come on.
Kevin, yeah, I mean Harden is going to start for you. I mean, there's no one else.
Yeah, he's going to start
on this bench that would start over him. I mean, he knows he's going to have to earn. I think he's got to. I don't necessarily. Doesn't have to earn anything. I just think he has to sweep his point and to all our points.
If we want to win,
he's got to earn our appraise, right? You know what I mean? He's got to earn.
He knew what city he's in.
Yeah.
So, like, tip of the cap to him there, and whether he knew it or somebody else told him. Like, the biggest thing is nobody else was going to give you that money, right? But like Tommy alluded to, he could have just easily just sat on it and been been Jabba the Hutt and just collected it and said, "Hey, fuck you guys," you know what I mean? And then, he would have got absolutely roasted everywhere he went in the city. You know what I mean? Like, we'd have known that you're just a greedy fuck and you don't only care about yourself. You know what I mean? So he didn't really have much choice as much as people think. I'm glad he did the right thing, and I know he didn't have to, but really it was the only move. Like, his team Harden was in the room telling him, "All right, dude, ain't nobody knocking on the door. Everybody saw you. Right? You're not kidding. This is your chance to win here. All right. And we gotta find a way to A, look like the good guy, and B, it does help the team out. A little team friendly deal where they can add some pieces and see if we can get to the finish line,
And Brodo, that was a no brainer there. Even if I'm Russ, you have to do that because you're not worth it anymore. You're not going to get it anywhere else. And the Lakers are looking to move you. So you have to just opt in.
Yeah, with the Harden side, Harden could probably get a 3-year deal from somebody, I'm sure. His value's higher than Westbrook's.
Oh, for sure.
Not saying that's a lot.
Yeah, the Westbrook move's a no-brainer for Westbrook. That's a move he has to make.
Well, fuck LA. All they've done is in defense of Westbrook, he had a terrible year, but he don't owe them nothing.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to move him. You definitely sign. If you're Westbrook, you absolutely.
Yeah, and once they're trying to move you anyway, I would fucking get right out of there. So, or opt right into that.
Yeah, 50 mil. Yep. Well, you want to move me? That's fine. But I'm done opted in.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? I'm saying what we're talking about in sports, and this is a show, and we're discussing things, right? But it's fucking apples and fucking oranges. You know what I mean? One guy's gonna get fucking released. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we fucking, James gets on our fucking nerves. Like Tommy said and everybody else said, like, still somebody, he still can play in this league. The other guys talking. They're literally talking about, Lakers are like, how do we get rid of this guy? How do we release this guy quick enough?
I love it.
Hey man, hey, come on! I'll take a team friendly deal a day. No, he's gonna take everything he got like a fucking stuffed pig. So when they release him, he's just laughing at his top 75, his top 75, and his hollow numbers, and he had all his money.
Rajay Davis.
He's gonna go like this with his, he's gonna work his little mustache.
He's gonna be like blowing his fucking nose with fucking 20s, like they do in fucking Dumb and Dumber.
Even it's two different. Both situations not even fucking close.
Well, Russell Westbrook. I love the fact that Russell Westbrook stinks. I love the fact that Russell Westbrook stinks because I've been saying he stinks for years, and I like the fact that people have finally caught on because he stinks. Even when people thought he was good, he stunk. Like, that's why Durant couldn't get out of there fast enough. Get me the fuck out of here, he was like.
PJ Tucker's not making more than Harden. Ted.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. PJ Tucker got what? What did he get? 20 mil?
I got 30. You got making 11.
Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about combined.
11?
This guy might be my favorite guy.
Toby makes more than.
His name is Blade. Blade?
Yeah.
Blade.
Harden's gonna get like 30 mil a year, Ted.
Blade Tidwell. That's the greatest name of all time.
That is a good name. Did you see the one before?
Tom, you know how to throw the names up there?
Cutter Coffee is a good name.
Oh, I know. I can't believe it. It's so funny to me. Like, I know he's not polished and all that shit, but Joyce throws 106, and he's not projected to go to like the third round.
Yeah.
106.
Who is that?
The Tennessee reliever.
Tennessee kid, yeah.
Yeah, the Tennessee coach was on the
third round, maybe if he's lucky.
That is crazy.
They booted him off for the nerds, but they had the Tennessee head coach was on the panel for the first round.
Yeah, I saw that. He was on for a while.
Be great if you guys have it. What?
Trying to figure out how to throw the names up on underneath.
The names are usually on there. And that's on. We're gonna blame Greg on that.
Appreciate you, Kev.
Yeah.
Tom.
Greg.
There we go.
Sweet.
There it is.
Wilson.
Thanks, brother. Edward Chamberlain. Where did Frosty Rocker go? He went to the Rangers.
Yeah, third
overall.
I mean, I like the Rangers move there. They're thinking, hey, we just signed some guys. You know, we're expecting to be good in the next couple of years. They're obviously not going to be good this year, but hey, lighter rocker, like fuck, little Vanderbilt rotation,
and hell, like you said, if you would have dropped to 17, draft him and throw him right in the pen right now.
Oh, I would have done it in a heartbeat. People were saying he was like, they rated him at like 22. I'm like, 22.
Yeah.
If he's back in the drafts, he's got to be top 10.
Yeah.
And then they're like 22. I'm like, if he's there when the Phillies pick, you draft him immediately, throw him right in the pen.
How funny. I like I said, he annoys the shit out of me, so I totally blocked him out of my head. Like when Will said Rocker, I'm thinking John Rocker. I thought for sure John Rocker was making a comeback.
John Rocker had a kid? Wait, John Rocker had a kid?
When Will said Rocker and bullpen, I'm like, that fucking psycho son of a bitch is still around. I fucking love it.
Isn't he cursing at homosexuals on a train somewhere?
I couldn't get out of the pen quick enough.
Fucking Rocker.
Oh shit. Oh yeah,
fucking Rocker. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. But that is dirty business, though, Sweeps. I know you brought it up earlier. I don't understand how that works. Like the Mets just got totally fucked over. I know they got the 11th pick out of it this year, and maybe that kid will be good for them, Parada. But that's a fucked over. And hopefully Rocker's a stud now because fuck the Mets. But if I was a Mets fan, I'd be upset. I would be upset.
Yeah, because everything's slotted. Like I can understand because last year they were talking about, he slipped a little bit. He was supposed to be in the top 5. He slipped a little bit. They were worried about injuries. There was something going on with his arm or something. So, but when you go at 10, you're getting paid, dude. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, we took you at 10.
Hey, you're still getting a mill over a mill.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
We took you at 10, and we're going to offer you $100,000 because we smell an arm injury. You know what I mean? That's you can't do that. That's why the shit is slotted.
I just seen a commercial for that Blackbird. I heard this Blackbird on Apple TV is fire. Anybody watch it?
No, it looks a little creepy as shit, dude. Yeah.
I heard it's good. Well, that dude. That's like the main dude. Is the dude from? He's in the show. He was in the show Kingdom. He was in Richard Jewell. He was Richard Jewell in that movie. Yeah. Richard Jewell. Yeah. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Very very good.
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he's a very good actor. Edward, I do. I mean, Carl Crawford's kid, like the pedigree. I don't like the fact that we stink at drafting outfielders, and he's an outfielder. Hey, wish he was 22 and ready to play. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see him in 4 years. Maybe he turns into a stud. Like, I mean, if he's anything like his dad, that'd be great. I'll take Carl Crawford. Iowa kid. Look at this kid. He's lanky.
Filthy, too.
Heck, the way our center fielder plays, I'd plug him in right now. Let's let him earn it.
Right off the table. 6'2", 180. Oh, this guy can't. He couldn't get wet in the shower. This guy had trouble getting wet in the shower. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking John Heyman. No, it's not John Heyman.
That's Jim Callis.
Jim Callis, he's a fucking nerd. He's a nerd of nerds.
Other baseball America dry drop.
Listen, you can always tell the nerd of nerds they have bow ties on. You just pick them out. Nerd. Nice bow tie, you fucking nerd.
Indians assistant field coordinator.
Wow.
Notice I read that right.
That's Guardians, by the way. Don't get us canceled.
No, that's fine. Can't do it. Can't do it, Captain.
Sue said that's fine.
Sounds like a cartoon. I can't fucking do it. It's like
Oh wow, this guy's a little fiery.
Johnny Knoxville and the fucking Guardians. Can't do it. I know this guy might be fucking 5'6".
He's a little fiery.
This guy's full of piss and vinegar.
Is your guy still down at Campbell?
6 full.
Or did he transfer out?
No, but I was going to mention that tremendous pick by the Angels. Zach Neto is an absolute
stud.
Pimp.
With the leg kick and everything.
Yeah, he left.
He torched Liberty.
Yeah, our guy left after his freshman year, but he played with him, and dude's insane.
More talent, Kev.
Oh, do you draft a player who has
I feel like I can teach confidence.
Yeah. I'm always going to go outside to the talent.
Yeah. I'd have him read, some Playboy magazines or something.
Fucking, I'll pay a hot girl to come take him out.
Yeah.
Build a confidence. And you call it a little confidence booster.
I let him fuck Dorn's wife. I mean, I need talent. I need talent, Kev.
I know she was. I swear to God.
Ted, let's start a GoFundMe, brother. He said, what can we do to make AT&T a billion-dollar company so Tommy can buy the Flyers and save the franchise?
Well, what you can do is everyone can subscribe. So subscribe to A2D. Tell your friends to tell your friends and subscribe away.
Yeah, I'm not going to save the Flyers, Ted. I'll tell you that much. So
Might divert that a little bit.
He does have a half Russian kid though that could be solid on the ice. So you never know. Maybe in 16 years he could be saving the Flyers.
Here comes. Is this ED?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Is this Eric Davis looking at?
It has to be Eric Davis. Another guy. This dude when he came up was a stud.
Look at that.
Talk about stud when he came up, dude. Stud.
Oh yeah.
He kind of fell off, but he was a monster for first few years. Monster, Eric Davis.
Dude, Eric. Beautiful.
$9.99 a month.
Logan Tanner.
Get you member shout-outs or members only streams, which is coming. Shout-outs picked from. I know Willie does some daily fantasy.
I got some shit coming. I've been on a little hiatus. Lost the phone for a while. Had a rough week, but coming out of the All Star break, we're coming hot again. Coming hot.
And you get weekly picks from Nate Moss over at the Money Pot Podcast. $9.99 a month over there on YouTube.
Coming hot. Logan Tanner.
Yeah, stud catcher.
Solid name too. 2 first names though. Sometimes that can scare you. That can scare you sometimes.
Yeah,
that's what I get for you guys. Will sleeps.
I drafted Lewis Robb.
Y'all Riffatino, Louisville bringing in strippers.
Yes, Tom. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You just can't get caught red-handed. You gotta have the assistant do it.
Beep.
That'll be my department. If we become a $1 billion company, Tom can throw those. That'll be my department. Keep Tom's hands clean. That's my department. I will gladly do that. Oh man, I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna. The picture of Logan Tanner makes me not want to draft him, but that's fine.
Is that from Super Troopers?
I'm not sure. He looks. he looks
like you might be on the side of a milk carton.
He looks slow.
I take a liter of cola.
He looked slow.
It's for a cop.
What's that mean? You gonna spin it? Look at this guy. Look at Raleigh.
Look at Raleigh.
Love Raleigh.
Look at the stash. Still rocking the fucking stash.
Cardinals at 59.
Look at the fucking. God, I'm jealous of that stash.
Cardinals at 59. You need to let me announce it. Fuck. Raleigh is fantastic. Oh.
Raleigh looks good. He's got to be pretty old.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got to be 70, right?
Henry Bolt.
Hopefully they don't edit it out.
No, Ted, they can't do that. They might just never show it again.
Yeah.
Zach Neto. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mets took Jet Williams.
Yeah, Zach Neto's got a nasty leg kick.
Yeah. He puts it right back down.
Yep. No, heck of a player. I think you're right, which means I think the Angels got one there. But heck, they had to. They went all pitching last draft.
That's wild.
They literally went every pitching last year.
Yeah, they took 20 pitchers. 20 pitchers.
Definitely need some,
guess what? You look at their
players.
team and you'd say, yeah, maybe take 20 pitchers.
Yeah. You got anybody that can play now?
Braves at 50.
Yeah, their best hitter is also their best pitcher. That's crazy.
Braves.
Well, maybe not best hitter, but 1A, 1B.
How good is this guy going to be for the Braves at 57? I mean, they don't miss.
Daniel Susak and Henry Bolt. A's love the Bolts. They got a Sky Bolt over there too.
Do they?
Yeah. I've started him a couple times in fantasy.
UNC kid.
Yeah, he's just fine. He's the cheapest guy on the board.
Yeah.
Cheapest. You know what they call that, Greg? Cheapest on the board.
COB. COB. I need another beer. Be right back.
Oh.
BRB.
Beer me.
Oh my God, Fred McGriff.
Crime Dog.
Crime Dog again.
Crime Dog. He was out earlier. He, if you ever want to get the Tom Amansky defensive drills video, Crime Dog was endorsing
Harold
that.
Reynolds said Kirby Puckett gave him the nickname. They were over in a foreign country. I forget where it was. And they said, and he's like, man, you look like the Crime Dog.
He does a little bit.
And that's where the nickname, according to Harold Reynolds.
That's
According
great.
to Harold Reynolds, he got it from Kirby Puckett.
That's great. Guess what? Yeah. Okay. That is great though. Kirby. R.I.P.
Good old Kirby. I know.
Yeah.
Maybe that jumping catch up against the plexiglass at the Metrodome.
Literally fucking the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say one of the best catches in fucking World Series history.
Oh,
Kirby?
Yeah.
At the Hanky Hubert.
What
Metrodome.
sucked with Kirby too is that he had a fucking like degenerative the eye thing that fucking ended his career.
He could hit.
Yeah, he's dead too. R.I.P. Kirby could hit.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby could hit. Those Minnesota teams were tough, boy.
They were
tough. They were tough teams.
87 beat my boys. Tough team, man.
Yeah, who was their ace? So I can't think of their ace.
Jack Morris.
Jack Morris. Yeah, there you go. That's why. Jack Morris, fucking stud. Yeah, pimp. They were talking about guys shoved.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Morris shoved.
9 innings. You can never get him out.
Yeah. He's going. That's another guy. He's out there like Sandy. I mean, you're gonna get at least 8. You're gonna get 8.
Bullpen.
Greg Gagne, Gary Gaetti.
Bullpen, you guys are off today.
Yeah, Gary Gaetti. That's a
Steve
good name.
Rosie.
Gary Gaetti was all over the league.
I love Dan Gladden.
Dan Gladden.
Oh, Dan Gladden's a good player. Yeah.
Kent Herbeck.
He can hit a little bit. Left-handed bat.
I think he came out of their bullpen. Mark Portugal. It's a great name.
Yeah. Good country.
Frank Viola.
Yes.
I'm cheating, by the way. I'm looking at the roster. So
No shit.
Jeff Reardon. Jeff Reardon was their closer. Phil.
Yes.
Old school sweeps, man. I got you, bud.
Yeah, we were a little too young then, Sweeps. No offense.
Oh, I'm taking.
87, I was 3.
I was 7.
Greg, how old are you?
40. I'm a man.
I'm not sure you're 40. I'm not sure you're a man. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But
You
are 40.
You're not a man. You're a fucking child.
That's great.
Bert Bylevin.
Oh, Burt be home by 11.
I could fall asleep right in this chair.
You do look comfy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Solid shirt out of you.
Thanks, you too.
Hey,
Hey, great shirt, nice hair.
hey. Good to see you boys last night, by the way.
Yeah. Pleasure.
That was a good time.
Pleasure was yours.
Ryan Jordan Davis age, Greg is 85. Yeah, pretty close.
It was a good time though. Good time last night. Good seeing everybody.
Paul
Had some beers.
Paul,
Had some
we did
laughs.
miss that, Kev.
Yeah, had some tall drafts. Tall
Tall
You guys were
drafts.
at the Wick?
Tall laughs.
Yeah.
At the Wick, yeah.
It's a good old Wick.
Threw some bags.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Sweeps, I heard someone had to come out and
Just had to end their run. That's all that happened.
had to wreck some shop. Is that what I hear?
21-4. I mean, Will's killed me.
I had one really hot round. I think I made 3 in a row. So
Yeah.
3 in a row in the hole.
Nine
Tough it up.
Yeah, they're tough to overcome that.
9 burner. Yeah. Yep. 9 burner.
Have to overcome the cherry vodka.
I said before you guys were on when it was just me and Greg. That those kind of games is a game I'm built for. Okay, no running involved, just like an accuracy contest. I'm done. That's me. That's me all day. You don't want to see those are games that you don't want to see me in. You want to get me running.
And then I'm not playing.
Yeah, all that. Then I'm solid for about 6 minutes.
So I'm gonna get this guy going that early, would you? Come on.
You got to do a suicide before you throw a bag.
They can pick up a bag or two on his own.
Derby day.
Make him a bigger bag and doing this.
Don't be so handsy with them. You're gonna get those ones.
Sweeps was all over the fucking bags. Tell you what, you know what? You can tell he's used to picking up those balls. I was like, they're all up already. Sweeps, calm down, dude. Jesus. Gotcha, bud. Jesus. I'm having a sip of my beer. Sweeps got all the bags already up.
Nicely lined up. You're good, buddy. This guy got it rocking it.
Wow, look at this guy's hair.
This mohawk.
No, I don't.
You need it.
Kev, I don't know if it was Paul. I forget. I know who you're talking about. I don't know if it was
Kyle Abbott.
Kyle Abbott.
No.
Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott.
Jim.
Jim Abbott.
Yeah,
Jim.
I don't know if did he play with the Twins? I know he's with
Angels.
He was.
They could have played with the Twins.
But he did play for a couple.
Jim Abbott was awesome, though. The fact that he would hold the glove on his nub while he pitched and then he would slide his hand into the glove is fucking incredible. Like, that's just amazing. And there's like video of him making comeback plays. Like, the quickness to be able to throw the pitch and then slide your hand in the glove is amazing.
Yeah.
California Angels.
He played on a bunch of
the Yankees. And then it was he had 1 year in the White Sox and 1 year with the Milwaukee Brewers.
How I Met Your Mother, if anyone's ever seen that show, there's a classic scene in that show where they mention him.
Brandon Ryan. What up, guy?
I don't know if everyone's ever seen that show. Oh, Brendan Ryan.
Did not age well. Brendan.
I was going to say, Brendan Ryan. I
Put a baseball cap back on.
Thought he was 60 for a second. Didn't he just play like 4 years ago?
Hey, Brendan, welcome, buddy. Welcome.
Losing the hair, Brendan.
That's probably another pitcher. He looks pitcherish.
From San Diego.
Yep.
He doesn't look hitterish. That's for sure.
Yep, he's a lefty. Yep, he's gonna deal.
Oh, good flow though.
Go through the Vandy lineup a couple times. Yeah, you're pretty good. Low 90s.
96, 97 and shorter stints.
Oh, pen boy.
Bullpen guy.
He'll be throwing 99 out of the pen. You can mark that down. That's how the Cards do it. Get that Bryson kid. He'll go 99 out of the pen.
Keith Mayo. What a dork.
Unfucking real. Look at this guy. Nice bow tie, you fucking dork. Jesus Lord.
Look at Dan. He's like, dude, can I get to the tanning booth quicker?
Can I get melanoma faster?
Will, the redhead from American Pie is on that show. How I Met Your Mother, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
that's
correct.
what Ted said.
Yeah, it's correct. So, How I Met Your Mother, there's a scene where they're talking about Barney, who's fucking Neil Patrick Harris, but he's like a womanizer in the show, obviously, if you've ever seen it. And he's talking about how he slept with like 200 women or whatever. And then fucking the other dude breaks it down. And he brings out a thing. He's like, so you've been trying to hit on women since you were 15 and you've only slept with 200. He's like, your batting average is like 0.91 or something. He's like, it's less than the career batting average of one-handed pitcher. That's correct. One-handed pitcher, Jim Abbott, who had a career batting average of 0.96. It's a spectacular scene. I would send it to you, but I don't know your number. Look it up. Google magic.
All right, you guys want to go ahead and get our crumbs out of the way?
Sure.
I'll go first.
Our crumbs are brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports. Daily NBA contest, NFL contest coming up soon. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points. A $50 value at fanup.app. Get on there before NFL season comes on. They're going to be rocking and rolling here in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. And my
Mr.
crum's
Wilson?
Juan Soto. Juan Soto. And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me here. That everyone's talking, get him out of Washington. He doesn't want to be in Washington. Why would you want to be in Washington? Shut the fuck up. Okay? Listen, this is you look at this from this side, this picture. This is the team that found you when you're 16 years old, signed you, brings you in, okay, has the trust in you to sign you. You become a superstar for them. You win a title. They sit you down and they say, we want you to be the face of the franchise. We want you to, you're going to be the best player in our franchise's history. We're going to pay you fucking $30 million a year for the next 15 years. 440, and you turn them down. How do you sit at that table and turn that down? I mean, I understand people are, he's going to get $500 million. Congratulations. The grass isn't always greener. He's got a good thing going right now. I'm telling you, I think it's going to bite him in the ass. And to me, that I like loyalty. That's a non-loyal guy. I don't know how you can sit there at that table with the guys that brought you in. You won a title. Like I said, you can be the face of the franchise. They'll have a fucking statue of you in Washington. And you're fucking, nope, turn it down. Nope. I don't know. I have a problem with that. And to me, that's why Juan Soto is my crumb. And I hope this bites him in the fucking ass.
My man, Swish. Let's go.
Well, can I give you devil's advocate a little bit? Because I don't disagree with 99% of what you just said. Like, it doesn't mean that a deal won't be done there.
Yeah, he still could get one done there. I agree. Because I think he still has 2 years left, actually.
Yeah, but real quick, it's an annual value of $30 million a year, which you would say, okay, Tom, that's a lot of money. But
it's
like,
not that high. I agree.
There's probably his fucking agent is part of the negotiations too. It's probably like, dude, you probably get 40. You know what I mean? Which is a lot more money. So
I agree, but it's still $30 million a year for a decade and a half. It's tough. How do you turn that down?
I don't turn it down. I can't.
I couldn't.
I couldn't. Quick enough. I can't sign it because anything can happen to me tomorrow.
Anything.
So I sign it as quick as I can sign it. Like, you got the pen ready? I would have been like, forget it. I brought my own.
Oh, hold on.
You guys want to dabble? That's the only and I don't disagree because I agree with everything you said. The only other side of it is, okay, that was what they offered, 440 or 450. Okay, $500 million isn't that much more, but it's that much more. And if he feels like maybe they can get $500 million from the Nationals, then it might be okay to turn down the first deal. I think the years make me not turn it down. Like you said, 15 years. My goodness gracious! Sign as quick as you can sign.
It's fucking $30 million a year for the rest of your career.
The rest of your life, yeah, the rest of your life.
I mean, come on,
the no-brainer, and everything you said too, all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's just I feel like you have a good thing going there. The grass isn't always greener, and guess what? I want someone. I know there's going to be people that disagree with me here, but let me know a guy who was a star player and then switched teams and then was better after switching teams. Let me know. Because there ain't many. There's not many. There's a lot that are worse.
No, it's hard. I mean, for him, maybe, listen.
I would say maybe Freddie Freeman right now. I agree. I would agree. But
he's also been doing it forever, right?
Yeah.
This has also been Freddie forever. The only thing I'll say to it is, he could probably maybe get $37 million a year annually for those 15 years too. Maybe from Washington. So
now I will say I'd back off of this if, let's say, Washington offered him $500 million next year and he signed with them, and then it's hey, he made a good move. But like you said, anything can happen. He could get bad injury or something. So that's why I would just not sign him right away, because they did offer him $350 million 10 months ago when he turned it down, and then this one was 440. So maybe they'll keep going up. You never know. But I just have a problem with him. I just don't know how he turned it down. That's all.
No, that's your point. That's why Trouty couldn't do it. Trouty couldn't turn it down. You know what I mean? And he's been banged up the last couple of years. To your point again, you know what I mean? And the loyalty thing. I know he wanted to come home and he loves it here and all that stuff. But listen, he felt like he wanted to win there. He wanted to put some roots there and try to. And the fact that that's a shit.
Yeah, $400 million. Okay. Twist my arm. Okay.
Winning cute, loyalty's cute. That's a shit ton of money.
Shit ton of money. It's the biggest. People are trying to make it out he's definitely going to get $500 million. It's the biggest contract that's ever been offered. It's the biggest contract ever, guys. We're talking shit. I understand AAV. The AAV. It's still $30 million a year for the next decade and a half. He could get hurt. Well, if he signs a 5-year deal and he struggles, then he ain't getting that for the next 10 after that. Like, I don't know. That's all. I mean, to me, I just
go wrong.
He gets a crumb for me because, like you said, that's the rest of your life. You lock it in. You just sign it and lock it in.
Well, you take it right away. I mean that.
Yeah.
Now, Bryn's got 2 years left on his deal. He probably feels like in a year from now, like you just said, that he could be worth another $100 million more than that. Right. So, I mean, that's the other side of looking at it a little bit too. Listen, the gamble on yourself is the gamble on yourself, right? It can backfire on you or it can make you more money. There's only two ways it goes, right? It either backfires or it makes you more money because you keep proving year in, year out you are that type of guy, right? But you're also on a team that stinks right now, and you're the best player. So, like, you haven't done anything like to do anything to say, like, I know they don't have a lot of talent there right now. I get it, but it's not like you've carried them. I guess you have last year when they were bad. I mean, he had a great year, but I don't know. I sign it, obviously, but
Kev, yes, Bryce would probably fit in that category. But, I mean, like I said, it's just few, though. There's just few. There's a lot of guys that don't fit that category.
Jermaine, I knew it. Hey, Jermaine.
Oh, Jermaine died. Look at you.
Yo, Jermaine was a good player, too.
He was.
Remember that year for Oakland? It's like one of the weirdest things. I feel like I've only seen it like maybe 2 times ever. He fouled a ball off his leg and broke his leg, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He was having a monster year that year, too.
He was.
Good player, Jermaine Dye. He bounced around the league, too. And he was a good player everywhere.
Yeah, he was.
Always hit about 25 homers, 280 everywhere.
Yeah.
Wells, would you crush him if he'd say, I don't know, would you crush him if he signed somewhere else? What's he got 2 years left on his deal, but if he signed somewhere else for a little bit less?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he's an idiot. Then he fucked up.
Well, maybe.
But you're saying, for less years, like maybe less money, less years? Or?
Yeah. Like if he signed somewhere else, like, I don't,
see, I could see him
6-year deal.
I could see him trying to, because he's 26, 23. I think he's 23.
Do you want me looking it up?
No.
Well, we don't want you guessing. That's for sure.
He's going to go.
23.
So 23. So let's say if he signed somewhere for like 6, he could get another contract at like 29. He could be thinking that way. I could see him thinking that way. Which I get, but again, it's then you're hoping that like, okay, you're still a fucking monster at 29. You know what I mean? And you haven't had some because anything can happen. Like you said, Tommy, anything can happen. So that would be really betting on yourself.
So 6 for 240. 6 for 240 would be 40 a year.
Yeah, I could see you doing that, and then
35.
I could see you doing 6 for 240, and then hoping that you get another monster deal. But then you're betting on getting another $200 million deal after that. You could just take the 15 for 440.
Well, in 6 years, you probably get more than that. Depends.
You would hope.
Well, there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to that. Because if you say he has 2 years left on his deal, then he's going to be 25 when his deal.
It's the rest of this year and 20. I think he's a free agent after next year.
Okay, so he'll be going into being 25 years old. So could he sign a 5-year deal till he's 30? I guess
he could. Yeah, he could.
Michael Bourne. What is Mike?
That is Michael Bourne. Yeah.
If I'm his agent, I'm going back to them and saying, hey, 20 years on the 30 annual value. So whatever that comes out to.
A 20 spot? He wants a 20 spot?
20 million.
I would Scherzer and do some of those things to him. Like, hey, we'll stay, but I want to be back in my home country, right? Still getting $30 million a year from you or wherever I am, right? It makes sense. Wherever I am at 43 years old.
I'm okay with that, Tom. Honestly, and I would be okay. If I was the Nationals, I would think about doing that. I might counter with 18. Let's call it 18.
Let's call it 18.
You wonder too, though, like the Nationals.
Slide back across. Slide that envelope. Open this one.
Might want to check that one.
I like what's in here.
Might want to check those numbers.
That's an IOU. You might want to hang on to that.
You see that one? That one's Lamborghini. Might want to hang on that one.
You might be 6 feet under, still get paid.
Yeah.
Bobby Bo. Bobby Bo every year. It's beautiful.
Bobby Bo. He's still got fucking what? Till 2031, right?
Yeah.
Still got 9 more.
I mean, Ohtani's worth more than him.
Yeah, I mean, Shohei gonna get $500 million.
But
You better mark that down.
Acuna already signed now. That's the problem.
Yeah, but Acuna did the betting on himself thing. Like he signed, I think he signed, what did he sign? 8 years when he was 20?
Yeah, definitely early where I was like, wow.
He signed like 8 years when he was 20. So that'll be a free agent again at like 28.
What do you think? What was like 100+ mil or something? Or
yeah,
it wasn't that much for the many years, but he was still really young.
Albie's both did the same thing. Remember him and Albie's both 100 mil. Fucking a lot of meat on the bone, but money that's life changing for guys, right? And
absolutely,
and it gives you because you're not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing, but
it's not guaranteed. You never know, like you said, Tommy. Yeah.
But incentives early on in your career, like you got to make money by getting numbers and doing those things. Like this gives you some stability, gives you some roots. Let's you actually have somebody pick you up from the ballpark and drive you home.
I think it's a smart fucking move, actually.
It does some things for you. I think it's a move on both ends, right? It's a genius move by the Braves on those deals, and it's a genius move by both players. It's a win-win for both sides in something like that, right? Now, the player
that is true, Ted. I mean, listen, agents look for themselves.
Real
agents
quick,
are in for themselves. A lot of them.
Real quick, because you're betting on the player as an organization too, because you could be Don Brown real quick. You could be Scott Kingery real quick.
Quick.
You could be some of those real fast. Pants were caught down. This guy isn't as good as we thought he was. They knew those two guys were cornerstones to changing their franchise, and they bet on those players and those players. Rightfully so, jumped all over it.
8-year, $100 million deal. It'll become a 10-year, $124 million if the Braves exercise the 2 options, which
they will be
stupid not to.
Yes.
Exercise the option.
We have exercise the option
in 2019. So he'll go till he's 30. He's 31.
Yeah. So he's betting on himself that he'll get another big contract. Yeah.
Or at least how much is he getting? What was it again?
120 mil basically total.
So he's betting that
10 for 120. Yeah.
Okay, so he's betting on that he'll get another $150 million deal and walk away feeling good.
He'll be 31 when he's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, and if you look at it like that, that's like $250 million total, and then you remind yourself that Juan Soto just turned down $440, and that's why he's a fucking crumb.
Very true. Swung right on back.
I don't think you have to be kidding. It very well could be close to $600 million.
For what?
For sure.
I mean, listen.
I just think it's a matter of how long he can do the.
It's crazy. It's crazy how good he is as a pitcher right now. Like he is filthy right now. The last month he's been unhittable almost.
He struggled early on this year on the road, but he's fixed those roads.
He just absolutely destroyed the Astros a couple days ago. They couldn't even smell him. And I mean, honestly, I think, and he's, if you look at it, people might say, "Oh, he's having a down year hitting." It's really not. He's still he might his average is like slightly down, but he's still 19 homers, hitting 260. He's got good on base. Like the dude's a fucking monster. He's a monster.
Oh, he's a freak of nature. And it's a shame they have. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they could surround those two with some talent because. Just shame watching those two just flounder out there. No pun intended on the Trout.
Right. Right. First off, see, I don't like everyone keeps telling me he's worried about winning. He already won, and the Washington has shown they're going to spend money. They've always spent money. So I mean, like, I could see if he was on Kansas City or something, you're worried about winning. Like Washington has spent money. They're not a small market. They're going to spend money again.
Yeah, I don't know what this means. So like, he's only going to go to what? He's only going to go to the Dodgers.
So he's going to go where? Dodgers or the Yankees, where he can be face in the crowd.
So he's not going to go to Seattle?
Not the best player in franchise history. Like to me, that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe guys don't care, but I would want I'd want to be the best player in franchise history. I like that. Goes to the Yankees, that'll never happen. Goes to the Dodgers, it never happens. Like, I don't know. That's the thing to me. I would look at that. I would.
And it's part of the reason why Bryce wanted to come here, right? I mean, Bryce wanted to come here because of the ballpark and his willingness or his want to set the home run record. Obviously, I don't think it's going to happen, but that was part of it, right? To become an all-time great.
Well, I think you want to go to a spot where it puts you in a great position to succeed, Obviously.
I mean, like, listen, I don't know everything that goes on in Washington.
Listen, he's going to hit wherever he goes. I mean, let's be honest. He's
going to hit wherever he goes. Like, I don't know. I don't have the pulse on the Washington Nationals franchise and this conversation and everything that's going on there, like I would here in Philadelphia if it was one of our own players. So, I don't know it all. But like, to turn down that kind of money is insane. That's why I said only 1% I disagree with you on, Will Smith, right? You know what I mean? Because I agree with you 99% on this one. Like, I don't know how you pass that up. It's
crazy.
What do you think you're gonna get $600 million? Like Ohtani, the only reason Ohtani has a shot at that kind of money is because he pitches too. Yeah. Like he pitches every fifth day too. And not only does he pitch,
he's like the third best pitcher in baseball right now.
You're getting bang for your buck with that $600 million. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I would give Ohtani $500 million a heartbeat. Bring him in. I am curious to see how long he can maintain doing both, though.
Yeah,
at a high level, at least. At a high level,
10% of the company. You know what I mean? Like not HUD, like the Phillies. I'd be like, hey, you want 10%? Like a cigar or two? Show ahead. Here.
Start calling his family. You guys got any more of them Otanis? You guys got any more Otanis hanging around? Them hitting and throwing guys.
Well, that's like, what does that mean, right?
Oh, Judd Fabian.
Sorry,
That's
Tom.
a name.
No, you're good. Like, what does that mean? Like, okay, so he's a loser. So he cops out. He wants an easier situation.
Exactly. I'm with Tom on this. Like, to me, that's
Like, what if the Padres come? Like, what if the Padres are the deal? Like, are they not?
I know the allure
not good enough for
the
you?
Yankees. I get the allure of the Yankees and everything. I get all that, but like,
so nobody else can offer money.
It's something being said to be loyal to the team that brought you up, and they're not. It's not like they're offering not big money, guys. Yeah, and like I said, they're still Washington's going to sign people.
Yeah. Exactly. I would understand it.
Their farm system was good too.
I would understand it from that end, that aspect that Ryan's trying to talk about. If he was 10 years in, and they were constantly in last place, and it just a a terrible, dreadful organization, and it makes it hard to go to work. You know what I mean? And not just because you're getting paid well. Don't get me wrong, but if you're a competitor, you want to be around. You want that atmosphere. You want to have a chance every year, right? But nobody's not. First of all, he won already. Second of all, nobody's saying the Nats have been good for a while. You know what I mean? This is the 1 year.
They basically won a year ago. If you take out that stupid 2020 year,
1 year that they're having a real setback. Which we understood. You know what I mean? Like Strasburg's banged up. It's really just Soto. So I mean, Mike Rizzo has done a great job there. So he's gonna continue to do a good job there. He's gonna figure it out. I mean, he wants to keep his job. You know what I mean? So and
Josh Bell's having a good year though.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's still decently young. He's not that old. Like I feel like they have a couple pieces though that aren't bad. They just need to obviously Strasburg hurts them because they paid him and he's hurt.
Josiah Gray,
they missed on Corbin.
Corbin was a miss.
Yeah,
but to your point, they went out and paid for him though. Like, they went out and paid it.
No, they're going.
They just made the wrong choice.
I mean, they've paid a ton of people.
Yeah. Rizzo was trying. Like I said, Rizzo was always going to try, and that's the first step. Is to offer the guy. I mean, come on, $400 million. It's a lot of money. It says a lot to. I don't understand why guys. There are a lot of guys with egos, you know what I mean? But I don't know why there isn't more guys that say, "Hey, build around me, man. Let's go. Welcome. Let me bring guys. Let my milkshake bring everybody to the yard."
Oh yeah, okay. Bring us all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, I don't need to be elsewhere, dude. Like bring bring all those others. Bring that shit.
A little Khalees action. I would love a milkshake. Would love a milkshake. Would love one.
Would love to hear Mr. Softy Chuck right now.
Would love a shake. I hear you.
Yeah, he should stay, Don. He should. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not like I said. It's not like he's fucking. It's not like they're like lowballing him. It's like some guys are like, oh, he's gonna get $500 million. I'm like, is he? I mean, 440 is a lot, guys.
They used to be the Expos. They haven't been around that long to have any history, right? I mean, they used to be the Expos.
I understand the other point. I understand attention and
yeah, absolutely.
Full ego. So
absolutely.
Listen, Ryan, I've said this before. He's a fucking. I don't like him because I think he's a little prick. But he can fucking hit. He's a prick that can fucking hit the baseball.
I would plunk him every 5th time up.
Yeah. Maybe every 3rd time up. But yeah. And one would be in his neck. Just for that stupid little, but every time there's a ball, he fucking kicks the dirt and stares at you. Okay, now I gotta throw one at you. I just can't do it. I can't take it.
Yeah, every pitch. Yeah.
I can't take it. Like who are you? Like I can pitch too, buddy. Calm down. You're hitting 240 this year. Calm down. Calm down. You're hitting 240 this year, and you turned down $440 million. Calm down. Calm the fuck down.
Sweeps Crumb.
He is a stud, though. I'm not worried about him hitting 240 this year. Dude's fucking stud.
Oh, man, nobody really off the top right now. I like the Soto rant. That was good. Obviously, I mean, like, we can say that about a lot of people, when it comes to the whole, the contract negotiations and how people handle things. Don't get me wrong. So,
former Philly, Trevor Plouffe.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that earlier.
A hot minute.
Yeah, he spent a hot minute. Wow, this kid looks like he should be on a dock somewhere.
I saw that earlier.
By the bag?
Yep.
Sitting on the. I don't
he looked like that ball was ripped though.
Virginia Tech's got a couple kids drafted in the first round.
That little celebration is aggressive.
I heard they banned that now. There's no more props allowed.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's another one. If I'm the pitcher, that they got
no fun league.
If that's another one though, where if I'm the pitcher, next time I have to get one in the neck. If you're doing a Thor hammer smash after a homer, next time I have to get necked. I'm sorry, I don't like that.
Or you just don't give up a homer.
Raleigh would have necked you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I guess like I said, they're just it's. Well, the fact that the draft's on,
it's a different league now.
The fact that the draft's on, I could probably land on that. I mean, just watching these highlights and these guys, and this is a tremendous night for these guys, and it's awesome. You know what I mean? But just watching all these clips and I understand it's never going to happen because it's big money, it's big business, right? But the fact that college baseball isn't wood bat is a fucking joke to me. Like if you're in, like the next level, like you want to play the next level, like that's the next level. You know what I mean? Like metal bat goes bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like, and like, it might only take one or two guys to say, the problem is everybody's worried about stats and stuff. It's just instead of just saying, hey, this guy's got tools, but it might take, one or two guys in the, or 3-4 guys in the top 15 to do it one year and say, hey man, I ain't worried. You know what I mean? Like, but they're never going to do it. Cause like I said, they didn't worry about money and dropping and all that stuff. I get it. You know what I mean? But if you want to show guys something, like forget about all these showcases, forget about, fucking pro days and stuff like that. Like give me 60 games in your college season, with a wood bat. Let me get a little body of work, right? Before I'm making an investment, for 10 million for some of these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I do love the ping, but I hear you. I hear you. I do love a good ping though. And to Don's point, honestly, I think the Tigers are heading in the right direction though. I really do. I know it's rough for you. I know it's rough for you right now, but Torkelson's going to be a good. He's going to be a good player. I always like Jameer Candelario. I think he's underrated. I think he's a good player. And Riley Green is going to be a fucking good player. He's just came up, and you got some arms in the minors that are going to come up soon. So I think the Tigers.
Casey Mize is there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Tariq Skubal. He started hot. He kind of fizzled, but I like him. He's got good stuff. There's another guy too. I just can't think of his fucking name. But yeah, I think the Tigers are heading in the right direction. They just got. It's going to be a couple more years though, probably. Don. Not that tough of a division though, which is nice. Sorry, Greg.
No, you're good. Mike Crum, I know Ted's mentioned it a couple times. Mike Crum's going to be Chuck Fletcher to Philadelphia Flyers. I mean, what a disaster they've become. And it's not just this year. And I'm not a Johnny Gaudreau guy. Like, I would not have signed him. This has nothing to do with Johnny Gaudreau. It's just you go back to
has he signed?
He signed with Columbus, yeah. With the Blue Jackets.
With Columbus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of a sleeper.
Calgary's got to be fucking pissed.
Oh, Calgary's pissed. As it was coming down,
Columbus. He signed with Ohio.
Thought to be
what a terrible idea.
Tyrese Maxey's going live. Oh, that's cool. The thought was the Devils or us was the rumor, and then he moved to Columbus. I think it was 12 years.
Oh, 12 years. Wow.
I know. Well, I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. 7 years, $68.25 million.
No fucking year. It was 12 years. 12 years.
I mean,
12
For a
years.
cap hit of 9.
Who is he, Rick DiPietro?
Greg's a bad numbers guy. Greg's a bad numbers guy. If you
Terrible numbers guy.
Just take 5 years off.
But you go back to last year, you traded two draft picks, a first overall.
I can't. 12 years, he says. Me and Wills just looked at each other like 12 years.
12 years. What the fuck?
I wasn't.
Well, I was about to say, oh, well, that's obviously why he signed with Columbus. 12 years. Fuck.
Whatever he says, you take 5 years off. 12 years, it's 7. Fucking Jordan Davis.
26. He's
27. He's 22.
Take 5 years off. Take fucking 5 years.
Subtract 5.
The best part about that is as soon as Greg said that Jordan Davis was 26, we should have bet that the Eagles were going to draft him. It was guaranteed. 26, we're going to take him.
I wanted no parts of him now.
And he's like, oh, he's 21.
I said he was 26. I wanted no parts of him. I said he must be.
When he's doing ages, you -5. When it's mellow yellows and nuggets, you add 5. This is my 4th mellow. Bullshit, that's your 9th.
It's only my 4th nugget, dry nugget. Now that's your 9th.
My 5th dip in the honey.
In the honey.
That's -5 on that one. That's a 0.
But anyway, back to Chuck Fletcher and the Flyers. You traded for Risto last year. You included 2 picks, one of being your first round pick. You then traded 2 picks with Shane Gostisbehere just to get rid of the guy. And then you traded more picks to get Tony DeAngelo, who is Shane Gostisbehere. You just didn't want to pay Shane, right? You gave him the same kind of contract. Didn't want to, and then all of a sudden you didn't want to include a pick with JVR to clear cap space, even if you wanted to go sign Gaudreau, right? Like I wasn't a big Gaudreau guy, but even if you wanted to sign him, all of a sudden you didn't want to give up the 30th pick. You would give up the Panthers' first round pick, which we got for Giroux, which is going to be the end of the first round, to then clear JVR. You cut Lindblom, which was stupid. You signed Nick DeLorean for a 4-year deal and gave him a no trade clause. A 4-year deal for a 4th line enforcer in today's NHL. He's torn this organization up.
I don't know about the Lindblom thing though, Greg.
What?
Sorry, I think people are blowing Lindblom thing out of proportion. Lindblom, it's a good story. He's not very good.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying he would have made it back, but this is the final year of his contract. You just let the kid. I mean, look at what how we always say about coming back from ACL injuries or Achilles injuries, right? It's always that second year. This would have been his second year coming back from the cancer thing. And if you think about it, for money and cents, he's only making $500,000-$600,000 more.
And we're not good anyway. So
we're not good anyway.
I hear you.
So why did all of a sudden were you trying to clear cap space? Because here's what they were doing: they were trying to clear cap space to go get Gaudreau. but then wouldn't attach the first-round pick with JVR to actually clear the space. So you made half the move, you didn't make the other half of the move, and then you still came out looking like an asshole. You know what I mean?
It is a bad look though for the franchise. For sure.
And they gave a fourth-line goon in today's NHL a 4-year deal and a modified no trade clause.
Listen, it's getting too late for me for this because they get fired up about the Flyers. I mean, this has been going on since the 70s. I mean, they like, okay, you used to be able to fight, and that brought something back then. But even in the 90s and 2000s, they just kept chasing. And I know it's different ownership in a way, right? I get it, but it's still that like that old school mentality.
They can't get rid of it.
Guys who can't skate and want to be tough and physical. Cool fucking story. I want to be able to skate by you. Can
Absolutely.
I skate by you? Can I skate around you? Okay? Can I get it up and down the ice? There's nobody on this roster that can do that. Still.
Yep.
I'm sick of it. They make it for a bad product to watch. Okay? And I would love to be deep into some NHL and be able to enjoy the Flyers. Right? Everybody you tell me is the next coming of somebody stinks. All of them. And the goalie might stink too. Right? The jury's out on that. Right?
We're not going to know now either, because the team.
I was going to say we're not going to find out because we're going to be so bad that
he's left to the wolves. So, like, I like people say, Morgan Frost, like, just stop.
He probably stinks.
Like,
all these last year,
all these guys, none of these guys have been any good. Nobody that I was told, right, coming up, like maybe one guy. Right, maybe like one guy, like Ghost was supposed to be this great player, right? Like, I mean,
you're absolutely right, Tom. And part of that was they were always stuck in this thought that they were good,
Provorov.
and that they couldn't give these young kids a chance. And when you hire a guy like Tortorella, as much as I'm not a fan, he's too good of a coach now to put our team in contention for the number 1 pick.
What do we do?
This team would do what's that?
What are we doing? Doesn't that like that's that?
No, completely. They're a mess.
It leads me to telling me you're trying to win hockey games up. But
they don't have the roster.
I thought that we were going to make a splash because to me the move for Torts is, hey, we think that we can be gritty and win some games. And
we're not going to be in the running for the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Signing up for a rebuild, right? I mean,
yes, exactly.
It's a fucking.
You almost feel bad for Torts now. Like, what is this guy? Did this guy really know what he was signing on for?
and like, I mean, okay, so is Ryan Ellis going to be held? Like, or any?
Probably not.
Is there any chance
that's why they went out and got D'Angelo?
Like, to me, if any of these other, like I wouldn't say the roster stinks, but it depends on it. I mean, it really depends on Coots, Ellis, and
Hayes.
The big winner being healthy. Yeah, Hayes. Yeah. I mean, if those guys aren't healthy, then we fucking
Ellis isn't going to be
then
healthy.
We really stink.
Yeah, it's gonna your production is gonna come from Coots, Hayes, Couturier, whatever you get from Couturier's Coots, TK, and JVR, and then it's all gonna be a bunch of young kids, which I'm fine with, but it's like, again, you're surrounding them with slop. So are you really able to judge how good or bad they are?
I mean, I love to see Torts fucking get some of these young kids to play well, but I think we're in for a long fucking season. I think we're in for a long year.
Yep.
Year.
Maybe couple. Maybe half decade.
Oh.
Maybe decade.
Oh. I think we've been around bad hockey here for a while.
It has been bad hockey for a while. It has.
You're right, but and absolutely, but at least
hasn't
those
been
years,
this bad though.
At least those years they made the playoffs and they gave you the glimpse of, the 2008 when you miraculously made that run to the cup, right? You know what I mean? Like, at least during those years,
10.
2010, my bad.
Oh, decade.
You're absolutely right. But at least during those years, you had that 17-year stretch where at least he made the playoffs. And I know looking back on it, you're like, oh, it's really a low bar to set it up for. Well, I think we take that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably would.
I don't know if I would.
But no, I agree.
But over.
I want to see better hockey, though.
Over a mid-level, like, I get you, but, like, we're not even a full rebuild, right? We're like in a half-in, half-out rebuild.
I'm in my mind rebuild. They're not.
Yes.
But, like, I can just blow it up and you got to start from the ground up again. Well,
yeah, I just don't understand how can we get a number 1 pick? Can we draft? It does even when we have high picks.
The dude coming out next year is a stud, and of course we're gonna be too good. We're not gonna get him.
Yeah, but we draft the wrong guy every time anyway.
This year we got hopefully a good one, but he's gonna spend a year playing college before we know.
We'll see.
So we'll see. Absolutely. Paul checks in. Good evening, fellas. On a side note, quietly, Alec Bob has really stepped up since Harper's injury. It's great to see. Yeah, Paul. I mean, thanks for joining in, buddy. We did touch on that earlier when we were in our Phillies talk. How he's definitely stepped up and improved, even since the 3-error game. We don't have to go back to the Harper injury. He's improved since the error and the comment.
Yeah, I think he's played well. He's actually played very well.
Yep.
No complaints on Alec at the moment.
Tommy, you got a crumb, buddy?
No, I think they're both good ones. I think Soto and Flyers, this time of year are both good ones. I don't have a crumb this week. It's not really
not much going on. You're right.
Not a lot going on for I'll be really lifting up too many rocks for a crumb. You guys named 2 really good ones, so Flyers are a no-brainer. I mean, they should literally be crumbs for the next decade.
They could be. Yeah.
Until they get to playoffs.
And we're getting right around the corner to football season, though. So it is a downtime at the moment, but we are getting around the corner to football season, which is cool. Which is very cool. Getting ready, getting excited for college football. I have a glimmer. I have a glimmer of hope for about 2 weeks that Syracuse could be good. Then we'll be 0-2, and then I'll be out of it. But it's fine. Glimmer of hope.
You missed it earlier. I wasn't sure if you're paying attention. I ruined the Phillies sports for the next year, by the way. I got Phillies NL ticket, Phillies World Series ticket.
That's done. Rip her up.
Eagles over 9 wins.
Yep. Rip her up.
Eagles NFC, Eagles or Super Bowl, and Sixers NBA champs.
Yep, it's been fun.
So
turn her over.
Fucking A2D. Any growth?
Turn her over. Poor hair.
Might as well chalk this next year up, huh? Can we skip forward a year? See you guys July 15th next year. We're having the same conversation.
Wow, fucking guy. Incredible.
Paul, I don't know. I think I would have to think over the last 3 coaching changes they've had to change this around, but I don't know, to be honest with you.
Sometimes they ain't none to develop. What do you develop it?
Yeah.
I mean they develop players. Things is cute when you have talent. I mean, you can. To me, I think that can only go so far. Sometimes it's an opinion.
I mean, some of these guys worse. Provorov. I think Provorov and. I struggle to say that Provorov is bad because I feel like he's not.
He's had a bad year last year,
but he didn't have a very good year last year.
Yep.
And he's the guy that was always considered like a fucking monster in youth hockey and coming up. And I mean, I feel like he's probably the one.
TK took a drop really bad last year as well.
He's the one guy I would say that was supposed to be an absolute monster.
Yeah, and he is. It's just I think he had a bad year, and I just think it's starting to grow on him. At least this past year. Hopefully he can bounce back because he was the linchpin. Good news though is even with the signings of D'Angelo and Braun at the back end, it does look like there is a spot for Cam York to play right away, which he needs to. He needs to be up here and playing every day, and he's ready to. He's ready. There's no question about it.
Well, then, yeah, he should play.
All right, let's go on and get out of here. Every Sunday night, we are brought to you by Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Don't be a crumb. Go to Manscaped. Use A2D. Get 20% off and free shipping. And as, of course, every Sunday night, we are brought to you by our doc, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. You can find him on the web there at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. 2 locations, Cherry Hill and Burlington. Tell them A2D sent you. They accept most. We're just going to say all major insurances. Tell the doc the boys at A2D and agree and your Sunday night guys sent you, and they'll take care of you. Doc's the best. We should he's probably due on in the next couple of weeks, right, Tommy? Sometime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll have the doc on here in the next couple of weeks. Fellas, anything else?
No.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
Kind of a weak week here coming up. Also,
Yeah,
game.
absolutely.
That's about it.
For Uncle Sweeps, for Brian Wilson, Mr. Thomas Arnone, I'm Greg Milakovic. Thanks for chiming in. Oh, almost knocked the computer over. Holy smokes. Thanks for chiming in. You guys drive the show. We love you. Hit the damn like. Hit the damn subscribe on the way out. See ya.